we're seeing here is that FPX need the chaos. They need these chaotic rounds, and that's when they get to shine. Because all of a sudden they can maybe get some opportunities where it swings their way and they get that shot. So we saw it there from Peter managing to find, like Asilian, probably the gun model stopped him from seeing Peter, because Peter's down here in the bottom right, and his gun model's maybe blocking Peter, which means he doesn't see him when he's checking outside when he drops down on top of Mini. And so just like that, but that's the thing, that in those chaotic situations, FPX aren't going to complain. They're going to take that
as well.
Ooh, okay, chain timeouts here. So FPX is going to take a follow-up timeout to extend it an extra 30 seconds.
Probably also figure out what are we going to do with this double op setup, how we're going to...
What other janky setups can we go for
Basically, yeah. Like at this point in time, I actually would try more aggressive pushes, I think, if you CTs. Either
100%.
swarm the outside together. When it's one of those rounds where you haven't seen them and it's like 45 seconds, then just push a guy into radio room, see what you can find over there. Because at this point in time, like, traditionally in Counter, when you have a slow tactical team that likes to set up very slowly and take over maps to the map, the correct answer is to kill them while they're setting up. You have to do it really early in the round because their comfort comes once they're set up and they make a decision. If you do it while they're making the decision, you won't see these amazing coordinated plays that you did out of Mad Lions.
It's a good point. It's a very good point.
Like, it's a rare example of where, even though it's nuke, you almost want to meet them on their side of the map. Whereas obviously this one was classic map, so you just sit on your side and they have to come to you.
Well, there's an interesting play.
Molly on top of that, just so that you don't have to worry about looking at that spot. You can still just play one guy out there. And now that second AWP went to the ramp, so we'll see what Mitch can do with it here. Because looking like he's going to see 3 people in a second. That's brutal. Insta headshot by push. And pushes PTR off. That's one thing I don't like that much. This is the reason why I personally don't think that the role support AWPer exists. Is it's just an AWPer that gets pushed around the map, basically. You're supposed to fear the AWPer the whole time. Not think, well, I can just push him off with a flash, or if I kill one guy, he'll run away. Right, Dapper, Gen.G, we need some big-time players here to reignite this game. But they're covering the angles. Like, even if you kill a Cillian here, I think I
They got all the info now.
don't need to get that last guy.
Yep, just leave him.
I mean, the time's working against him.
You know, he's got to go. He's got to make the play. The smoke is there, but it's going to clear in a moment. But the clock, this is where you're actually 4 players if you're Mad Lions. You're treating the bomb like it's a player.
Yes. That's it. It's a point I often try to make to people, is just as when you're on CT and they haven't planted the bomb, well, they have to take one man out of the equation to plant that bomb. You should actually play these late scenarios like that. Like in this scenario, as you say there, the bomb's basically an extra person. Like, he has to take care of that and kill you. So he has to get to you first, so perfectly played, pretty much. Like, that's an example of where if Shush had just held that spray, he still might have killed him. There's maybe like 50-50 chance, but why give them the opening? Why make that a 2v2?
Oh, really, where we're starting to see the teams shine here. A heartbreaking round, though, for FPX to lose, because that just shatters that economy that they were starting to build. Definitely not what they're looking for. And so it's going back to all-out aggression here in Yard. Dapper into main early. Bobski, though, has managed to sneak his way down the vent. And so, once again, you're going to have to deal with this lurker who's below you towards that B site in the halls. And now we'll get the smoke wall outside. So now that you've got the man down secret, you set up the smoke wall.
Well, look what they're doing from the radio room, though. This is the correct place. This is what they did last time.
Out there. Now he's waiting for the rotation to come down.
He's trying to get the flank in, and that's not going to happen against Mad Lions.
They're one step ahead each time here, Mad.
Like, actually just holding the lobby was probably the correct play, because you still have no idea where they're going. Like, yeah, you've heard someone downstairs, but you don't know there's not someone holding the flank.
But there's Bubsky paying off, you know. Instead of being over at secret, not having any impact, Crashies catches the Cillian in the end. But I mean, you managed to get the kill on Peter for free, and now, I mean, that throws everything out of whack for FPX.
Well, look how much utility they have left when they're in the lower site. I mean, this is nuke. You're supposed to be able to drain all that just in the first 40 seconds, making them take an area, flash you off, retake an area when you then aggress and get a kill.
Oh, now we're going to get the save here from FPX. 3 players survive, or should survive this round. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still a chance perhaps to catch out Gen.G. And Mad Lions obviously going to be living on their side.
This is already a monster T-half, though. Like, it goes without saying they can't be given any more rounds at this point in time. And they're looking like they're going to get double digits.
Yeah.
Like, this looks like it's like 11 or 12 rounds to me.
I was looking like a very, very confident Mad Lions. They know that they are the team that should be winning this match, and they're playing that way as well. And so, FPX, it's a tough one for them, but again, they're going to learn a tremendous amount from this match, no doubt about it. See how they adapt going forward. 3 survive means they'll be able to drop it around here, drop some rifles, and get everybody up to a reasonable buy. Whereas Mad Lions, no worries at all. They've got the money.
I think actually this game has also got some of the FPX players a little bit shook. Like when they were playing against Contact, people like Dapper were a lot more confident that they would win the duels, win the gunfights. The problem is some of the rounds that Mad Lions have won just dishearten you because they just cob well, they're behind you. Every time you think you've got them trapped, they kind of chaotic, just brawl. I think the FPX players wanted at times.
That's where, where you're seeing the difference as well, the gap between a team like Mad Lions and even a team like Contact. You know, Contact are going to be more scrimmy. They're going to be looking for the pug headshots, you know, because they've got those mad fraggers on there. Here you're seeing guys who can frag and then who can also play a tactical game, so they can just boa constrict you out of the server.
Look how brutal this is. When they actually send a guy down the vent and he could have snuck around behind you, there's a molly in his way at the moment.
Never close. Straight in immediately, up on main though. Now they know, and he drops behind him. There you go, Crash. He's putting that AK to good use. And now they have an answer. Finally hitting the shots, FPX. And Roy, he's going to walk his way in here, but they'll find the one. Still in a 1v3, and Crashies did damage to him too. So there it is, Peter. 5th kill of the round, or of the map for him, rather.
Right, we're now in a scenario where this is the round. I mean, in theory, you need to win them all if you're FPX anyway, but this round particularly is key because if you win this round, for once in this game, Mad Lions will actually face some economic questions. And obviously, you will stop yourself getting reset.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You can't even reset anymore. You know, thanks, devs. So I mean,
feels like it though when you get that balance right down. Okay, they've swapped it over. PTR and Mitch are both going to play in the Rambo now. So they've swapped up the outside to try and give him a minute to look.
Bobski practicing his spray. This time it's different with Gen.G all the way in the back. Peter holding secret as well. So the smokes are going to go down. Do they clear Peter out? Yep, Molly goes in. They need to take advantage of this though and press forward. And yep, they will do it. But Dapper takes down Shush. That was over towards ramp though. Or in the lobby. The remainder of Mad Lions moving to the yard. Peter,
the first kill at least must be taken by Peter. That can't happen.
Shot right past the hip.
We've now seen that, I think at least 3 times we've seen a similar scenario. You've got the angle, you're holding it, it's all about just hitting left click, and he's whiffed it a few times now.
Whoa, Acor misses that though. But he's going to buy so much time. The longer he stays alive now, this is huge. They eventually have to find this guy, and he's going to win this duel, and he knows the second player is here as well.
Unbelievable. Just peek into him like a noob.
Yeah, no, he just holds it. He was like, I know where you are. You got to come to me, bud. Unbelievable. And now, Gen.G, this is it. Your time to shine. Are you the hero? 30 seconds on the clock. And Sicilian just bops him. 10-3 on T-side nuke for Mad Lions. 3 survive. Their economy continues to remain stable. FPX, forced by time.
And even though this hard, you had guns, you had times where you got ultimate kills, you even won a round basically with pure pistols. So it's not like you haven't had your chances, you just can't ever make anything of it, unfortunately. And because you're playing the best team in the tournament. And because everything's working for Mad Lions, why would you go for rushes? Why not just keep it at the same pace it's been going the whole game?
This is where Mad Lions are just loving life. They can stay just grouped up. Let's all go forward together. We can trade everywhere.
PTR, not again. I can't handle this if I see you whiff another one. It's just a standard shot on the corner, mate.
He hit it before. He hit it before.
He hit this one from this angle, it's true, yeah.
There's Gen.G catching Roy. That was somewhere. Where was that?
Oh, Shush is right above PTR. So even if PTR gets that kill, oh, just too late.
Now the game is up. Acor catching Mitch.
And then even when you're in good position, you have the numbers advantage. All of a sudden, Mad Lions players get 2 kills and it's right back to even.
It's a 3-on-3.
30 seconds left, though.
Oh, unbelievable! Dapper turns away. They just cannot catch a break. FPX, it's Peter and Gen.G. 2v3 retake scenario. I mean, no saving now. You really do need to make some kind of hero play here. But with the squeak door closed...
It's got to be another shot.
He hits that shot, too.
That's brutal.
You can't look away, though.
You can't do anything, can you? Yeah, the difference is, on Dust 2, they were a lot more in that game. On this one, it's not that I necessarily see big flaws they've made. It's just they haven't had a chance. They've just been pushed around.
This is just getting...
It's like a big statement game for Mad Lions for me. I
Yeah.
mean, think about this. This is going to be, assuming they can complete this map win, this is going to be double group stage wins. The only loss was the opener, which was your first official game, as far as I know, with Azilian. And ever since then, you've been looking awesome. You're 2-0 people.
Yeah. You're 2-0ing teams that you know you should be 2-0ing, which is even more important. So, I mean, it's not over yet. FBX.
And they had success when they pushed up and out like this. It's just they only did it a couple of times. They only did it like 3 or 4 times in the whole game.
Well, here comes the flash. Roy's ready for him. And now swarming A main, but Bubsky again. Oh, Bubsky.
Right, now this is certainly a bold play. Because he's coming through that, don't worry. He's definitely coming through it. Thing is, if he comes at the right time, I mean, unfortunately, I don't think that's where you'd look, though. Bubsky should have the drop on him.
Bubsky's just so patient.
Oh, right. Oh, Dapper.
Let's go, Dapper.
This could literally be 3 kills if he plays it well.
It's the swag.
Watch.
7.
Line the first up, spray those, and then kill the AWP, because the AWP is less likely to snap on you.
Oh, what's going on? He doesn't see it. What?
Still very well played to get those 2, though.
Dude, how does Shush not spot him, though?
What's brutal, though, is if he'd have had, like, an M4A4 there, that could have been, like, an amazing clip.
It would have been so sick. Peter, that's so painful. Oh, they get it in the end. They found Mitch as well.
12-3.
12-3. T-side.
Same as the first map. There's another one. Except
Dominant.
there's a nuke. It's supposed to be CT-sided. Yikes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
And after all we've talked about, like, so far, the players we talked about every player in Mad Lions. Like, oh, yeah, Core hits the op shots. Like, Shush makes the plays. Azilian winning clutches. IGL. Obviously, like, Bobsky had a big first map. And then just Roy carries the T side of this map as well. So the entire Mad Lions team is in this server. And so wonder they're headed towards this 2-0 at the moment.
Well, we're heading to a break. And when we come back, we'll see how it all plays out in the second half. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. ladies and gentlemen, from the break. We are live with a second half, 12-3, Mad Lions in the lead. Switching over to the CT side. And Pinnacle Esports with the odds. Check that out.
Understandably outrageous. I mean, bearing in mind, obviously Mad Lions has to only get 3. Get on a limb and say they're going to do it. So, FPX, this has to basically be a miracle comeback.
Ooh.
And if you if you do it on T-side, you'll definitely show your chops.
Let's see it. FPX very quickly through. Shush. There's one. There's two. Acor and Roy holding down the B site together. There's Roy and Roy.
Not a lie.
Oh my goodness.
Can't get a break.
Oh. Man, that is just, I mean, Shush and Roy. 18-8 for Roy right now, going into the second half. Oh, it can't get much more difficult than that for FPX. What are you doing? FPX haven't even just, they're probably just sitting there.
I don't even know what you do at this point in time.
Hard eco? All right, $300 spent by Gen.G. But a very hard eco here from FPX, looking to buy in the 14th, in the 18th round. Quickly down the fence. Shows finds a kill on Crashies, and wow, no fear here from Bubsky. He goes hunting immediately, right down the fence.
All right, DJ, stop pressing that button, mate. I'd like to see some of these kills.
This is when he goes for an overhead cam.
Auditioning for that permanent position.
There it is. Just go to the overhead cam. This is all. We don't need to see the kills at all, actually. So Zillion finds it. Flawless hold here from Mad Lions.
Look at the money you have.
This is it. This is what you got to do here.
Like, you can buy up, but you broke after that. So they're already at 14 rounds. Some sort of tech timeout. What was this?
No, it's good.
We're just waiting.
We're down 4-3, and we're getting into it. So rifles bought up. Actually, a surprisingly decent amount of nades to use here, but you know you have to go Galil's to get the full set.
All right, let's win some duels now, Dapper and Mitch. Let's get going.
Mad Lions just going all out. Blitzkrieg over here. And Terror. Down the vents he goes, ready and waiting, but it's FPX going towards, ooh, hits the body shot. Not an AWP though, Acor, so unfortunately for him, he dies. Cillian is ready and waiting though.
Wow, the bomb goes back.
They're waiting for the flank.
Slow upper.
Yeah, but now Shush is here.
Everyone from Mad Lions is in position, is not going to even peek, and is just going to play off information here.
Let's see it.
So like this off angle in theory gets you the first one.
Oh, if they were to cross, but now it's looking like they want to make up their mind to go towards the lower site. Dapper has cleared out B, and they're playing off this information. Great play here from Dapper. Getting this info over to his teammates. Oop. Oop. Right at the end. And now Bubsky heard the footstep. They know. Mitch finds Bubsky, and there it is. Dapper takes down Roy. FPX, they're not going down without a fight. That's a toughie if you're a Cillian. Long range with the MP9. Not the best.
Obviously can't say like game on at this point in time, but at least we get a little bit of breathing room. Another chance.
Nicely done. Saves the FAMAS as well. So they managed to get out of there with a couple of rifles. Mad Lions.
Yeah, the temptation, obviously, with the score and where we're at in the series is, yeah, go for it. Just buy up. Then you get lucky, win it, you basically won the series off that.
They'll get a pretty decent buy here. They can, Cillian can even drop at an AWP for Acor. So, actually, I think that's exactly what Cillian should do. Yep. Hands that AWP over to Acor. We'll see what Acor gets to do now on the CT side of Nuke. He'll get full nades as well. I mean, this is going to be actually a very healthy buy here for Mad Lions, all things considered. And now, let's see. Quick into yard. Gen.G looking to create some space. Acor spotted. Misses the shot, but he survives for now. They have nades to root him out of here, though.
Didn't catch him.
Yep. And it's a Molly that's going to get it. Quick
Okay,
play
good
here from
follow.
FPX. I like it. Now they have full control of yard, and they're just waiting for somebody on Mad Lions to go for a peek. Shush. Holding in main. Very nicely done. FPX showing some fight here.
Yeah, this is basically the first round we've ever actually seen them in the driving seat. And all it'll take is a couple of miracle kills from Mad Lions, and all of a sudden they'll be back in the round. So let's hope not. Let's hope FPX can close it out.
Well, Bubsky right here doesn't unfortunately have any targets to look for. The bomb has made its way out yard. Crashies is here working with his teammates. Mitch is going to get into the high ground, into heaven here, looking for a position. And this is going to get very interesting now for Mad Lions. They're hiding, knowing that this could be an option. Pretty sure Mitch, yep, pretty sure they just spotted each other as well.
Now the question is, what does Asilian do? Get a free kill? See, you can. It's almost like we may as well be in TeamSpeak. You can just see when the Mad Lions players come because the reaction's immediate.
Now watch Bubsky here.
What is this?
That
looked like he was looking at it. Looked like he aim locked on a PTR for a second there, didn't it? But okay, 1v1, huge one for Dapper right now. The right player for it.
Don't think he saw him. Yep, didn't see him.
Awesome.
So Dapper, 12 frags on the board for him. And Roy gets domed. 21 kills for Roy right now, though. He is looking good. But that's a 5th round on the board for FPX and some breathing room. We shouldn't be seeing a buy here from Mad Lions in this round.
Yeah, we need a really nice, safe FPX round where you protect all the guns, don't go super close range, let them pull off a miracle.
For shame. What are you spending that $1,000 for?
He's using that logic that modern pro players do. I was just buying down to make the money even.
Yeah.
It's like, do you not know, like, have you ever heard of savings? Like, you know, when you have more money than you need, you just save it till later. Don't know if you guys are aware of that. To be fair, you have to understand, these are all 18-year-old people who, like, get 5K salary and then just buy, like, a 4K watch. Yeah. So they don't understand saving, basically.
I mean, it's not like you're actually taught basic economics or anything like that in school either these days. Whoop, there it is. Dapper with the headshot.
Took quite a lot of damage, though, didn't he?
Well, that was Bubsky with that deagle, right? And in the meantime... really? Molotov to clear out the stack.
Okay, there's one. If Gen.G and Mitch play it correctly, well, it shouldn't be able to attack guard because he must just stay here.
Need Acor to peek there with his teammate and not just bait him. There it is. All right. So that was the round of eco. And Acor can go glass cannon AWP, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Whereas Bubsky will have the rifle, and we'll actually have a reasonable buy coming through here for Mad Lions. Actually, quite a bit. Asilian's going to be able to get fully equipped here. So now we get to see 14-6. 2 rounds away from Mad Lions. This is
bold to get the glass cannon off. True, you are only 2 rounds away, and you know if you win this round, you basically won the game. But obviously, you could just go for rifle there if you recall, get all your utility, get all your armor. But I like it going for the win.
He's there supporting. He was there supporting upper. He's still hanging around on heaven, though. So trying to dodge the likely spots where he could get naded down. And then this is just a rock-solid setup here for Mad Lions. You still have Roy holding yard. Oh. There's Bubsky with the off angle.
That is brutal.
Shush. Just trying to beat them down to the vents. 2 kills now. Asilian. He is down on the lower site, though, and he can be the hero. Acor trying to make it sound like they're all still up on upper, and there's Roy with rotate. Only one. Not sure if I'm... No, he did not. He did not get spotted.
Kill Gen.G if he peeks out.
Yeah.
The last guy's there, you're right. And yet it's still a 1v1. And I tell you what, the way it is right now, like, it's true, Acor in theory shouldn't expect him to be back there, but remember where the bomb is planted, the bomb is behind.
But they have no kit.
Yeah, but the problem is he can stick it.
I don't think he can.
The problem here is he doesn't know where PTR is, so he has no reason to expect him to be back here.
Yeah, no kit makes that situation impossible.
They just survived that, though.
Yeah.
That was tense.
Again, those boxes at the back of sight, just saves everything. But here's Bugsy with
This
the
is
offing.
brutal. Imagine being Dapper there. Like, my own teammate opens the door and I get fragged through it. Why?
But also
Why don't
Shush, it doesn't pan out for Shush. He makes the right call to try and get down vents first, because then he's there ready and waiting for him, and FPX get obliterated. But he's
props to
just a second too
Asilian
late.
as well. Like the way he played that, silently just creeping up, securing the first kill. When you hear that guy start planting, you could try rushing him, stop the plant that way, you know.
Sure. This is the half-buy coming in here from Mad Lions. They're going to get max money in the next round. So we expect to see a little bit of chaos here. Yep, Acor getting spotted out in the yard. 3 still alive for Mad Lions. And this is appropriate from FPX because you're trying to play to your strengths. You're going out into the yard, you're taking these long-range fights where the pistols aren't going to be as effective. So play to your strengths, that's the name of the game. Passive angle there from Crashies as well.
Unfortunately for them,
textbook stuff from FPX.
Look how big the bonus is, though, if you're the Mad Lions guys. Like, you died there, you were on 1k something each. Now look at you.
Oh yeah, you're getting
full
max,
buy.
max
So this is also why it's going to be uphill for FPX. It looks like they're creeping back on the scoreboard at the top of the score. 8 rounds now. You remember it was 12-3 half. This is going to be real tough because essentially you basically just have to win every T round from here on out. You haven't got any breathing room whatsoever.
Indeed, indeed. There's no room for error. It's been that way for FPX, and now, well, what are you doing if you're FPX? You've taken over yard. You've shown that you can take over yard very quickly.
Yeah, they don't seem to contest that very much. They play it very far back.
I'm wondering if FPX have picked up on the fact that Acor plays ramp early to back up Asilian as well, because we haven't seen very early like ramp rushes or aggression there. So I'm wondering if that's where FPX are going now, trying to change it up. But Mad Lions are also going to be sitting there thinking, where have they not gone yet, and is this going to be the time? So we could see... The one thing here that I'm noticing is that Mad Lions seem to go for a very default sort of approach on their CT side. They're just kind of playing rock solid.
They just trust that they're going to make the right decisions, you know.
Yeah.
Like, they haven't tried like an aggro push to force outside, because why bother? Like, just going to make it a brawl where no one can know who wins that. At the moment, you've got the score on your side.
The chaotic situations do seem to favor FPX. But it's looking like a very quick upper take, and that actually overwhelms him. Shush needs to stay alive at all costs here. It's looking like he'll manage it. Acor gonna find a kill. No, on the edge of the smoke. Gets caught. You just smoked that off too. What are you doing here now if you're Mad Lions? The clock is ticking, and you've cut off one of the points.
I want to see what Roy's going to do with this Incendiary, actually.
Multiples coming off the top right now.
We're not going to use it at all.
You need to get onto the site immediately. This was, I think there was some miscommunication here from Mad Lions. There was, because that smoke goes up blocking off main, means that you all have to go up through upper, and that's through heaven. Not the name of the game at all.
No, I think Roy just forgot he had the Incendiary there. Like, you could use that to block a spot off. Like, you're going into a site where there can be a million angles, so block one off, gamble on the others.
What happened there with Mad Lions? That's interesting.
Yeah, this was the first round where they actually looked like it was a miscall. Like, you could actually see the two players weren't on the same page. They didn't go in at the same time. They went one by one.
Yeah, that was...
Like, I also thought when he did the real fast push to lower, like, right, this is the move. This is the decisive action, but he didn't have any follow-up.
Yeah. Shush also dropping off a little bit. He's not having too much impact right now in some of these rounds. I mean, he's still sitting at 17 frags. I mean, it's not like he hasn't had any, but it's a little bit dicier. Let's see if Acor can keep this off alive or get some value out of it. And now we're starting to see a little bit of the aggression out in yard from Mad Lions. Does Gen.G... Wait, does he realize?
No.
Dodges the smoke.
Did he hear that touch? I think he did.
That would have been it.
I think when the smoke touched his body here.
No, he didn't touch. That's the thing. He dodged the smoke. So.
All right.
I was thinking, but Asilian up close. Well, that's awkward. Still manages to damage too, though. Dapper and Crashies are very low. Bubsky gonna find Dapper. Crashies can step into this, but it's Mitch peeking first. He had more HP. Solid work there from Mitch.
Bomb has been planted.
And I mean, sure, Shush, if Shush wants to make a play, let him. But it's going to be Acor and Shush just trying to keep everything alive here, trying to hold on to these guns for the next round. Oh, that's a tough break for Asilian. He finally gets some action ramp, and then he whiffs the shots.
Win or lose, though, we've reached the point in the map where you're already starting to feel good about yourself if you're FPX. We've climbed our way all the way back into this game. It is like the hard... It's arguably the hardest side of any map in the entire game. So the idea you've just stacked up all these rounds, this is big time. You've done it against full buys on a number of these times as well.
Everybody survives the bomb going off, and we are now into it. FPX, 10 rounds on the board.
This is also where the economy just helps the CTs so much because obviously they're getting the max source bonus because there isn't going to be any trading of rounds just because of where the score's at.
Well, they saved that Krieg as well. And yeah, give it to Roy. He's been murdering him. Oh no, Shush is going to get it. Okay, so he's feeling like he needs a little bit. He is holding that main kind of squeak door angle with a Krieg there. That's just brutal. Rate of fire, if you try and rush vents, you're just going to get shredded. An Acor out in the yard. Patient stuff from FPX.
And have you ever seen as T-sided a nuke game as this? This is like out of the Twilight Zone or something.
Yeah, right. All right, full wall. Nades finally getting used by FPX. Good discipline on Mad Lion's side, though. Not overcommitting with their nade. There's the flash. Roy playing together with his team. They know there's a second man through as well. Good
This guy
information
drops
gained.
down. Almost got him as well.
Yeah. That's messy. Dapper's gonna get to clear it out, and now he's made. There it is. Oh, and he gets that shot. Acor so fast. Hits the leg, but still, Asilian's gonna take down Dapper, and Asilian with the double spray. It's falling apart for FPX.
Yeah,
2 alive,
Could be
2v5.
the game right now.
And there it is. Acor and Asilian take them down. A perfect round for Mad Lions. They're going to all save up as well. 2 Kriegs and AK, the AWP. It's only Roy who misses out on the party.
It was already impressive enough that FPX was able to win. Let's see how many it is here. 7 T rounds in a row on Nuke. They're going to have to now win 5 in a row just to reach overtime. So if they can do this, fair play. They'll actually have shown something I didn't expect, but it feels inevitable at this point in time. Babsky gives him a chance, though. You know, sporting chance.
Yeah, what is that, Roy? For shame. Well, Roy makes up for it. He gets 2 kills. What? Let's see it. Mitch. Oh. Acor takes the shot, gets overwhelmed. But now,
You can get this all
flank on flank. There it is. Crashies.
After all that work,
Yeah,
this is how it ends.
with the whimper.
Ah, PTR gets shot in the side of the head. In many ways, that summarizes the game. He hasn't had a lot of good moments, unfortunately. He's been on camera, he's missed a lot, he's been killed.
Yeah, it's been a tough one for Peter, trying to figure it out. But this Crashies in a 1v4 now.
And this should, in theory, be the last round of this group, barring some sort of miracle. And I'm sorry, but of all the players, he's not the guy I'd have down for the miracle. Still time.
Yeah, 45
Got the bomb.
seconds. He's got some information to go off of. Here's Shush. So many angles for him to check, though. You can see, nice preem. I mean, he's got those angles locked in. But there it is. 16-10, the final score. Mad Lions, decisive 2-0 victory over FPX. Bad news bears.
Even so, I've got to give some credit to FPX for the way they played the second half there. Like, actually, way more than I expected from them. It was too much to ask them to win 13 rounds. That wasn't going to happen on T side. But the difference is, when they were on CT side of Nuke, they looked way more powerless. Like, they weren't in as many rounds as they should have been, unfortunately.
A lot of it comes down to confidence, experience. It's always going to play. And, you know, Peter's got that, but he's obviously forming the rest of this team. There's definitely been some bright spots for FPX, though. So glad to see. It was a good match, but Mad Lions dominate their group. They'll be heading into the playoffs looking very
to believe? Will you promise me? Will you promise me? So give me something to believe. Will you promise me? Will you promise me? Will you promise me?
Looking past my reflection, thinking about what you mentioned. It was supposed to be the one to take every last pain away. Nothing on our loving, maybe time told us that we were different. Did it break you down? Staring at the ceiling, fighting off a feeling. One more minute, 'cause I just wanna come down. Don't wanna go back to how I used to be. from the same branch and leaves, wild and free, living here in harmony. Don't you see? This is where you want to be. When you leave, the world is never what it seems. If only we could travel back in time. Whoa, right where we belong. Maybe we'll never need a reason why. Whoa, dancing till the dawn. If only we could travel back in time. Whoa, right where we belong. Maybe we'll never need a reason why. Whoa, dancing till the dawn.
is going to get snuffed out in just a second here. But there's a nice setup, actually, between him and Fur. Doesn't seem to matter too much. Yes, he's able to still get one. Som finding the kill, though.
Yeah, Fur can fall back now. You never know when he's going to re-emerge. More flash support. That's been really solid. Fur starting off as he means to go on. 4 versus 1 now. Kusta is alone with that crappy Glock.
Yeah, and just in the lower tunnels, he's got to do a lot of work, but nope, Fur is going to continue his reign on that lower tunnels, and he finds 3 on the round. Hot start for the best performer for MIBR thus far.
Why is the guy spotting mid with a Glock instead of a P250? I'm going to raise this every single pistol round until everyone has a P250. He got shot in the head as well. And maybe he could have returned the favor if he had the right weapon for the job, but no, he's ill-equipped from the beginning. Yeah, and disappointed.
Yeah, definitely not the best weapon to be firing down mid with. I mean, if he has a P250, he might have continued that fight a little bit longer, but now it's just going to be on Glocks for Gen.G. Looks like they're going to be exercising that pack mentality, and yeah, this is the pretty standard play for most teams, but Fallen, he's actually going to get overrun pretty quickly. He just had a P2K. Fur's here to try to clean up, and he's going to find 3 instantly.
Of course he gets 3 at once. In No Man's Land versus the numbers of the T side, you think maybe they could drop a rifle here, but not when it's Fur.
Just Daps here. Not long for this world. Mayern on the flank, or no, that's Gen.G there. But a pretty clean round from MIBR. Only losing Fallen, and he only just had, I think, a P2K in armor, so he's going to be able to equip a glass cannon op if he so chooses. Looks like that's going to be the case. Able to get a flashbang, and I'm interested to see on this first gun round where MIBR decide to take the fight to Gen.G. I'm going to guess long control.
Won't have long to find out. 4-man investment from MIBR towards the A-long area, so we're going to see a big challenge here. 2 players making their way through the doors. I guess that's to stop the rotation in towards blue. So I was never going to hit the doors themselves. Gen.G taken out early. Bentet will get traded eventually. Automatic running out of bullets. There's some flashbang support here from Mayer. And of course, Fur is here as well. Punished for the tracers as MIBR continue to try to hold on to the long position. And Gen.G are forced away. Maybe the round will be won and lost on long with 5 players taken out across the board. Yeah, 2 remaining on Gen.G as they swing towards the B-bomb site.
It's just going to be Taco here. He's going to elect to go into tunnels. A really smart decision given that he is only operating with that MP9. Now that he has tunnels, this retake is going to be a little bit easier for MIBR. They have so much control, but there's still a smoke on Som. Looks like he's going to dump that by the door. So now just 2 angles for the Gen.G players to watch.
Taco's got all the utility, but he's in a tunnel, which really makes things harder. Molly under the window could be very useful, but especially the HE as well. Taking their sweet time about this, as MIBR often do on the retakes. Trying to find an angle for the HE. He can't get the Molly there. Taco's taken out now, and this bomb is so far taken. Not through the choke points just yet. Looks like they may lose everything. Fallen's surely going to be hunted here by Somu. Just keeps him close to the bomb site, but Fallen will take him out eventually. And hold on to the AWP at least. No K-bar, let's not forget. Everybody's lost in the chase. That's crazy. MIBR lost that one after holding on to long position and taking 3 Gen.G players out.
Yeah, really good adjustment from Gen.G there. They couldn't get the control on long, but they knew how much MIBR committed towards that side of the map, and that B was likely going to be the most vulnerable spot. Taco, he just couldn't get enough done by tunnels, and Gen.G, nice shots, admittedly, from Kusa to win that fight against Taco. And
yeah, that was worst case scenario for Taco in the apps, actually.
Yeah.
The balls, MP9, so he's got the worst range, all utility as well. But we have an aggressive play through mid doors from MIBR. They're playing like it's a pistol round, make their way to lower tunnel as Gen.G continues to show presence. He's hoping they haven't noticed that Mayon's taken out in that cap position, peeking alone after the initial aggression. Yeah. That won't quite work out for them.
Strange fight from MIBR. It's like they weren't satisfied with how good at long they did, so they decided to try something completely different, but not the most pragmatic approach, perhaps. Gen.G, though, going to be taking a duel against Daps. And wow, Daps actually winning that one.
30 angle Daps. Has to make a new name for him. Got Fallen now. He's in a lot of trouble, but he won't be for long as he's been eliminated. Fair now. This is one of the more bizarre rounds I have seen on CT side, does too. And it's hard to defend on the CT side for the most part. We have seen some kind of lopsided rounds in favor of the CT side, but they are an anomaly, I would say, at present. That was very unorthodox. Not only the 3-man peek in mid, which yielded no results, but Mayen's late peek alone after. His teammates had kind of stopped. They gave up the choke points, or fighting from them at the very least.
Yeah, it didn't seem like the most connected fight across the board for MIBR. Gen.G, though, they're going to be happy to take that advantage, and you can see that their buy here is really strong compared to that of MIBR, who are pretty much forced to a deco. Automatic, going to be checking the cross. Does spot, or I mean, we spot too, but
we have X-ray.
Yeah, Gen.G aren't going to be aware of what to take just yet, so it's going to be a slower default from them. Daps.
Man, like Daps.
Yeah.
Where's he getting this from? He's on the steroids.
Yeah, he's just like a few of the players in our community. So, wow, Daps continuing. And we might have to get some blood work on this guy because he is overperforming thus far in this game, but Fur is going to put a stop to him. Some Olympic regulations are being exercised on him.
Very nice, very nice. The Desert Eagle Blaze. Got grenades over the top, which will tell a story. Ventet taking that. Now distractions being run. They'll focus on Taco by double stack, but Fallen's here as well. But another 1D. They're starting to swing, but there's a crossfire for the CTs. Oh my god! Okay, report. Everybody needs to get reported for this run. This is ridiculous now. Kusta's in a 1 versus 2. Really awkward if he falls off the top. Has he got the 180? He's got no idea where the last player is. Smartly leaves the bomb site, actually, so he's limiting where he can be peeked from. He has no idea where Fur is. By the window is where Fur is. There he is. And Kusta will just about save the round. That got mad hairy, though.
Yeah, those were some nice shots between Fallen and Taco. That one through the wall at Cubby was insane.
I don't know if he ever saw... Maybe he saw like his hand or something. It's hard to tell with the X-ray outline sometimes.
Yeah, Fallen looks really fast this game already. The way Sam was jiggle peeking at B doors just a couple rounds ago, and the way that he was able to take out that player there, it seems like Fallen is just faster than you'd ever see him lately.
In the last 2 games for MIBR, I feel that I commentated, I feel like the snipers on MIBR have had a cold start. Last time it was Gen.G, second last time it was Fallen. But maybe they spent some extra time warming up today because they're looking pretty sharp from the get-go.
Yeah, they have been. Gen.G, not quite the start that we're looking for from him just yet, but regardless, going into this round, Automatic finds an opening pick. Something that I haven't seen a lot from him. In fact, it seems like so far this game it's been a lot of Sam and Daps. But it's going to be slower round. Ventet just waiting. Easy kill on Fallen there. Nice position. Gen.G, they're just looking to not throw this one. They're just going to slow the round down, wait for MIBR to keep making mistakes.
Ooh,
but
he baited him and everything.
Yeah.
He ran away. He gave him the clues, man. He followed the breadcrumbs. And he got the bread. There's a minute on the clock, however. Gen.G is spread out. They can protect the weapon, which is pretty important. You don't want to give up a rifle if you can avoid it without taking reasonable risks. Now, Gen.G don't want to overplay their hand in terms of the time remaining. I don't know where they could dispose. Oh, on the box they could throw it. There we go. Nice angles, Observer. And with good time, they'll head towards the bomb site. 39 seconds. All 3 together, actually. We've still got Daps lurking, but at this point, I think alone you're risking dropping the rifle here. Just push the site together and you're all good. We've got stereo frags for MIBR, and now we've got some real problems. 27 seconds, and again, Daps was lurking, which means he's dropped a rifle, which is why I don't like plays in this kind of situation. We've got a 2 versus 2 with a rifle on ecoing players, and I would imagine they might go for this.
Yeah, it depends on this kill between Fur and Automatic, but Tim's already holding the angle, so this should be a free kill. We'll see if he hits the shot. Mayern, good entry route right there. Allows Fur to get a little bit of damage on Tim, but will Fur find the kill? There's a smoke there on the corner, and Fur is able to find him. It's down to a 1v1 situation. Sam holding a nice angle. Actually, he's going to be tucked in there at Elevator. Fur is trying to survey the area to find out where Sam may be. But Sam, he got the better of Fur there. Great play from him. Good timing peek. And he's able to secure the op as well. But man, these rounds are close.
Yeah, I know, but do they need to be that close? Like, why do you need to lurk in mid-doors with a rifle? Because if more than one person comes your way, there's a fair chance you're going to get traded and lose a rifle, which means that you are creating a potential for a retake. If you could take the A bomb site together at that point, then I think you have the range to defend their bomb site together, and there's less concern than lurking versus an eco in a round such as that, especially when they blasted you with deagles the last time. That's my opinion anyway. To see those things go wrong way too many times. Fallen off to a roaring start, an aggressive play up cat. MIBR looking to try and take control of this on the CT side. Seen some mishaps in mid, but on that occasion, they've done pretty well.
Yeah, they're just going to be going for a cat control against Gen.G's long take here. We'll see how this plays out. Usually teams like Gen.G are going to want to leave Tim in the pit here and then fall back and try to reclaim some map control elsewhere. But it looks like Gen.G might just stay with this long approach. We can see Kusta is still moving up to the corner, and Bentet's just kind of watching the flank. Daps slowly making his way back, and this round has slowed to a crawl.
It often does when a T side takes long. They'll bide their time, hang out for a little bit. Now, there are 2 mollies on the T side. They might throw one towards Gandalf or maybe towards the short plant where CTs can hide behind the box. They've got 2 smokes as well. No one to challenge Mayan and MIBR in that short position. So indeed, things do often slow down here, but it's going to be a big fight on the A-bomb site, especially with the time that is remaining. MIBR have to be expected. Now, Mayan's holding on to an incendiary, so we may see MIBR play the clock and try to thwart Gen.G from planting the bomb on the bomb site itself. Fallen moving to the low ground. There is a gap in that smoke. Now, is Mayan... They're going to plant for free. Mayan's got the molly to delay things. Look at the time on the clock. They could have really used that here. That's coming way too late now.
Yeah, now Gen.G are in a pretty good setup. They don't have any more utility, though, and MIBR has a wealth of it, but Automatic probably needed to hit that shot because he's getting flushed out of his position. Good Molotov from Fur. Another one to get Kust off of his angle as well, and this is looking clinical from MIBR, just taking all of them down one by one. Such great nade work, and it's just left up to Daps. He's got his work cut out for him. He's able to find one, but only one. Taco, great headshot from range there. And MIBR, it looks scary how easily they let Gen.G onto that bomb site, but they definitely had some retake procedures in mind, and those Molotovs did a lot of work to upset the positions Gen.G chose.
So many of them on the low ground as well, but they had, I think, 2 players on Cat, which most certainly helped. Gen.G got deleted after planting that bomb, absolutely deleted. Despite planting the bomb, they'll find themselves on pistols. There's a flash for Daps, the team heading towards long. They'll have to wait out the initial grenade zone and just play the numbers game, the war of attrition. I think Gen.G have reacted to the takeoff log by MIBR, sending some up towards Cat. So there's a fair chance they will have Cat control or Cat presence, and here comes the push attempted. But of course, Fur will delete, as he has done round after round thus far. 13 for 5 already. That's the kind of Fur you want to see.
Oh. Odd misses from Fallen there. It's allowing Sam a lot of space, but... Oh, Sam is actually able to take advantage, taking Fallen's head right off. Daps, he knows there's going to be a rotation from B eventually, but K&G is ready for that lurk. Sam now in a 1v4. It'd be nice if he gets a couple kills here. He's been hitting some nice shots so far, but Fur has been hitting even more of those. And he's going to find 4 kills on the round. Fur already in 8 rounds, 14 kills. That is some impressive firepower coming out from MIBR's main star.
So I'm not allowed to get anywhere close to, or close enough to that AWP. It was exposed on a ramp. Otherwise, things could have been very, very interesting. Maybe Daps could have played a little slower.
Automatic on a scout, though. That's not the buy you're looking for here. It's a little surprising he doesn't maybe just go for a Galil or something, but I guess they trust him, and they should. He's been a pretty solid player for them thus far at this tournament. Not always the flashiest opper, but he's usually in the right place at the right time.
Aggression again from MIBR. Will there be a boost on the corner? Or will they just hold their position? You can see Mayan playing anti-flash. Fur will do the same. You can expect a cat take to come in eventually. Now, long as being completely abandoned. No grenades there. Might be telling for Gen.G. Will there be a Molotov for the short area? They've only got 2 mollies on the team, so maybe they'll try to conserve their utility. There's that scout from Automatic. He's confident in landing those headshots.
Yeah, there's going to be a big fight here towards Catwalk. The molly comes out. Can expect to see a flash probably, but no, not quite. Mayern gets flushed out of his position. Sam is going to be happy with that kill, and so is Gen.G. They're actually going to push off of Catwalk, going mid to B. And Fur, he's just making a hero play here, but he finds no one on the other side of the smoke.
But maybe he'll find someone soon. Daps is lurking, and he's heard these footsteps, it seems like. Moving back into the corner, but Fur will win the duel. Taco trying to buy time on the B bomb site. Again, a Krieg on B. So dangerous in the hands of the CT. The flashbang support is here. Absolutely brutal. How on earth have they turned that around? A 4K from Taco. Simple teamwork with the flash over the top. A Krieg on the B bomb site will cause you a lot of problems.
Yeah, that was such a nice round from Taco. The first 2 kills were completely unassisted. He just found those on his own, but yeah, the flash coming in also made the last 2 just just easy work for Taco. And I'm really surprised that MIBR were not able to convert this. Just a heroic effort here from Taco, as you can see on this replay.
Flash deep enough to take to brighten up the receptors on that tunnel player as well. And Gen.G are on pistols once again. Gen.G looking over the smoke. He's got rifle support through the mid doors, which is always useful when teams are trying to overwhelm you. Feels more nervous sniping in the doors these days than it used to. Speak of the devil. Here comes Gen.G.
Oh, Kusto. Nice shot from him. Just Taco again. He's going to have to come up with something similarly heroic if he wants to hold down this B bomb site. But he's got a great angle and a Krieg. I expect he's going to be doing quite well. And he's already able to find Ben Tet. Pulls out the USP, looking for Som. And there it goes. Taco once again having a great anchor hold on K&G, kind of overextending there towards middle, but it didn't seem to matter at all. Just Taco, he's been a rock on this B bomb site thus far.
One of those players who will never get the ratings he deserves.
If he plays like that, I expect a good rating out of him in this map at least. But yeah, T-side, they don't really structure it all around him. But Taco, I've actually been very impressed with his mechanics lately. He's been hitting some really nice shots. It feels like every time he has a deagle, he finds a kill.
It's one of those plays in the thankless task job. MIBR with some nice momentum on Dust 2. Again, can't take too much stock in those percentages with such a small sample size. And I just refuse to believe MIBR are that bad in general on Dust 2 as their stats would suggest with 6 maps played. Maybe now is the time to turn things around. Maybe this has been a masterstroke. Will there be a spray? No.
I'm surprised at the lack of sprays we've seen through that double doors when people throw that right-click smoke, actually.
Yeah. A few teams are like running away after throwing it because they're afraid of being sprayed. But not enough people are being punished for it. I mean, they are immediately in front of that door. Yeah. So it's like a direct hit.
Yeah, it should be.
Wanted one.
Fallen, though, with a great hit onto automatic there. Good Molly support there from Mayern as well is going to keep those Gen.G players back. And, man, Gen.G, it feels like they're just getting completely shut out of this round. They have no control anywhere but Catwalk.
They were waiting for that, it looks like.
Yeah. It was a good backup from Gen.G. And now here comes the Cat Exec. It's going to be up to Fallen and Fur, actually, to try to defend this. And wow, these flashes are somehow keeping Fur alive. Definitely one player from Gen.G would have spotted him otherwise, but he's only able to find one on Som. Bentet with the trade.
There's only one flash on the A-bomb site here for MIBR on the long, which needs to be thrown by Fallen faster than he will get it, unfortunately. Taiko trying to help as well. Kusa caught off. Awkward angle for him in that engagement. Man in the pit with a Krieg. There's nowhere for Bentet to go. He's got all of 6 HP. No sound cues to peek Taiko either. K&G starts to make his way. He's got to make a forward play here. He can't just sit and wait for these 3 guys to swarm on him. Oh, he was teased. He was denied, though. Ice cream on the floor.
Yeah, just ruining his day. And great stuff from MIBR there. Good hold, good opening pick as well. It feels like everything is going according to plan for them. And Gen.G, I mean, it was a good Cat Exec and all, and they even got the pick onto Fallen, but they just couldn't set up after that. Kusta getting taken down by Taco. So that's going to be a pause for Gen.G, and I think it's a pretty good pause because they've been shut out of these last 5 rounds pretty heartily.
Yeah, MIBR are most certainly in control, testing the waters, it seems, with the hyper-aggressive attempts we saw early on in the half, and now they've just managed to find a good middle ground where it has yielded them 5 rounds in a row now. That's a rare bomb plant we saw there from Gen.G towards the end, but they've been in such bad positions post-plant in terms of, not physically, but what MIBR have been doing with these retakes. It's been quite devastating, which is great to see from the point of view of MIBR, because obviously they're a team which have come under a lot of criticism over, I feel like, the last few years with the underperformances we've seen since the glory days. So this is promising, especially with their stats. What's not promising is being knifed in CT spawn by your teammates. Fur now on 70.
Yeah, but Fur, I don't think he's even going to worry too much about that because we see him pushing right up mid. This is not something you'd see from a player that's damaged usually, but it is Fur after all. And Fallen, he's going to be set up for a few kills. He gets the tag on automatic. That's a great nade that's going to slow down these players, but Kusa somehow able to take down Fur. Wonder if he had that 30 extra points of HP, would he still be alive right now? But 4v4 situation. But Gen.G, they don't have a lot to work with.
Can they get that rifle? I wonder if they'll try. Daps is creeping around T-spawn at present, so he might have a go. Maybe he'll emerge late. There are still 2 smokes for Gen.G. They could put a lurk smoke towards the B bomb site. Well, there's a lot of things they could do. We'll see what they choose to do. Numbers being kept together, sharing warmth in the B halls as Dap starts to creep, try and make his way, but indeed Fallen is looking pretty fast at the moment, be it the Deagle, be it the AWP.
Yeah, and that's going to force Gen.G's hand towards that B bomb site. They probably wanted to go for a split before that. But again, Taco with the Krieg. I mean, he's been such a monster at this bomb site. I just can't see Kusta and Bentet getting through this, but we'll see how it plays out in just a second. Good flashes to get them into the bomb site. Now, Fallen has come to support, but Taco, he's still here, and he's still finding headshots, and that's going to be 2 kills for him, once again shutting down that bomb site.
I like those plays from Taco behind Big Box where he's not overexposing himself. He's allowing his teammates to hold the angle, so if someone comes to his right, he should be covered when his teammates are close enough, and just taking the angle on the left where they don't seem to be focusing on that position just yet. Eventually, he may have to change, but there's only 3 rounds left in the half. 6 rounds in a row now for MIBR. I feel like we've seen so many pistol rounds from Gen.G recently, but now they've got a full buy once again. All scopes for the T side of Gen.G, 4 Kriegs and AWP. Maximum utility. Fallen and K&G on the sniper rifles.
Yeah, this finally seems like a round where Gen.G should be able to enact their entire game plan in a round. Probably going to be going for, it seems like it's going to be a cat control once again, but how are they going to use that? Are they going to fake off of it, or are they going to just go for the full cat exec with full strength? It seems like we got Bentet on the lurk towards long, but Fallen now is going to miss the shot. It's been so fast so far this game. Would have been a nice pick for him and his team, but he has to now fall off the angle, and he's going to be posted up at car.
If they were to push A, MIBR would be in a bad spot right now for rotating into position. There's such little utility for MIBR here as well. Fallen's got 1 flash, which maybe they make a play with, as it seems that Fur is approaching Cat, but Fallen doesn't have the greatest angle with which to... He's repositioning, actually. We may see... Here we go. Here's the pop flash. Oh, he deserved that second kill. What happened there? Som down to 15 HP. Got some information. Didn't see the bomb, though, which was around the corner. And now Taco's starting to wonder if it's B.
Yeah, it looks like Gen.G, though, they're just going to be happy with their cat exec here. Going to be using one of their last... or all their last smokes on that. It's just going to be the full hit coming out. Fallen is going to be set up for some kills here. He's going to find the first on Som, thinning the offense. Bentet's able to get the kill on a Marin, and a great support position from Automatic there is going to stop the re-peek from Fallen. So this is going to be up to Taco and K&G. I'd have to assume that they're going to look for something quick, but if they don't find it, I can't see them really committing to this retake here. We'll see what K&G is able to find as he tries to make his way up Catwalk, but Automatic is already holding this position. It's going to be a hard fight.
If they consider their... Oh, well, wow. That's going to tell you everything you need to know. The round is over. I like that MIBR went for that. They realized the situation they were in, lack of utility and so on, and they tried to make the best play, forward play, to take the game away. I think Fer was super unlucky not to get that second kill on Cat. Who knows how that changes things, because the next guy around the corner has got the bomb. Does he face and risk losing the bomb, or do Gen.G fall back and they're left in an awkward position? We'll never know, because the frag didn't come through. They traded, and Gen.G have now won the round. MIBR can fall by for this round. They'll look to take 2, as will Gen.G. Finally winning a round.
Still good money, though, on both sides. So, again, it's going to be a round of just complete game plans facing off against each other. Gen.G was able to get the better of MIBR. They're denying a lot of info, forcing the hand of MIBR towards Catwalk. It was a good flash. It was a good shot. And, man, it felt like Fur was robbed, but that's just what you have to do when you get pushed back all that way. It's just, you just have to make those forward aggressive plays, and sometimes they just don't go as planned. Gen.G getting a little lucky in that last round, but credit to them for taking away so much space. And K&G holding for the boost here towards the lower. It's not going to come his way. And it looks like a pretty heavy A-side defense from MIBR. They really think that Gen.G is just going to be going for this A bomb site once again. We'll see how it plays out. Still a lot of time on the clock here.
There's no one in the B bomb site right now. MIBR making some hard reads. Taco will he avoid the flashbangs? Molly behind the door will be a warning.
This is a really unusual off angle. They're going to try to pop flash through. Taco shouldn't actually get blind, and he'll still be able to hold this. So I expect him to be able to at least get one. We'll see if Gen.G are able to trade that frag out when they do eventually come towards him. No action towards Catwalk is going to initiate things. And Taco, yeah, he's just going to be holding that off angle. And he doesn't actually get blind, but he's not able to hit the spray onto Bentet. Good shooting from Bentet. Haven't seen too much action from him thus far. And now MIBR, they are getting cornered from every side of the map. But, oh, Fur versus Kusta right here. Kusta just waiting in the smoke. Does Fur know? He does, but he actually lets fall and die, as a matter of fact. Mayern's able to take down Bentet. Som with the quick trade. Now it's just Fur in a 1v2. If there was anyone to do this, it would be him. He's looking for the first fight. Takes down Automatic. Now it's just Som and Fur in the 1v1. And, oh, Som playing around that smoke perfectly is able to catch Fur off. Fur just barely couldn't see him, it seems like.
Very quick decisions from Som, going for the elimination rather than the bomb, which he would be expected to go for. I think Fur was looking for that over the smoke. No man's land, though. Som made the right decision there instantly. Such a young lad. He's got the game sense. That was a super awkward fight on long, and the information wasn't enough for MIBR. It's got a reasonable buy for this last round with what they saved 2 rounds ago. MP9 and FAMAS for Taco and Mayan respectively. Bentet will make his way out towards long. We'll see if MIBR want to go for this with some flashes. There is a swing. That's a long way, though, towards the end of that smoke from Mayan, and Bentet takes him out for free.
Yeah, good aggressive play from Bentet. Would love to see a lot more from that. And Taco, he's going to be playing close to this smoke. And oh, the Gen.G players are in it with him. He's able to find one, but Som again with the trade. He's been on top of those trades all game. And that's going to be the B bomb site relinquished. But no, Fallen, he actually still wants to have a say in this matter, but Som is still able to find the kill there. Now Gen.G is just on an island in the middle of the map. He's able to find the lurking Bentet, but this is going to be an incredibly hard retake unless Fur uses all this utility perfectly along with Gen.G. It looks like Gen.G might get their 7th round, but we'll see how it plays out.
That smoke will actually, well, if Fur can get this kill onto Daps, who's creeping in the halls, then that might have helped him use his utility. Once again, the utility is in the wrong place. Mollies and so on with the tunnel player, and Gen.G is in an impossible situation at this point. Should be an instant trade. He gets one, though. There is an eventual trade from Som. So it will be 7 rounds for Gen.G at half-time. A nice string of rounds from MIBR in the middle, but a late comeback from Gen.G keeps it very competitive. We're going to head towards half-time. It's break time. When we're back, it'll be the second half, so stay tuned. We'll be back here shortly.
This is bigger than anyone realizes.
How did Nazis get into the States?
This is the greatest mass conspiracy in our nation's history.
are back. Considering Daps is playing from Canada and he's got like 80 ping, it was a pretty solid start from him.
Yeah, and I think he actually called pretty well. Once his team got full utility there, they started enacting their game plans. They started getting cat control. I'm surprised that the game is this close, given how much the scoreboard seems to favor, in terms of kills, the MIBR side.
Yeah. However, all the more reason not to lurk with a rifle versus a deco. If you've got 80 ping, not going to help. Now, we've got a P250 on Fallen, so I'm a happy chappy. Taco's the one going to get taken up. Mayan's got to trade this. Automatic will continue with the one taps, and Fallen's going to pop some, carrying the bomb no less. High risk, but he's confident.
Yeah, great shot from him. Bentet, he's going to be challenged in middle, it seems like, by Fallen, or maybe he's just going to take the fight to him. No, it seems like Fallen might be dodging it. A mid to B smoke comes out.
He's showing the bomb as well.
Still utility on the side of MIBR. Not exactly sure what they're going to do with it just yet. Maybe a lurk smoke from Fur, but no. Gen.G on the other side of the map. It looks like MIBR, they're just looking for a fight somewhere, some free 1v1, and try to find an opening on this map. Fallen does spot Kusa, but not going to be gifted the fight.
I feel like, you know, Fallen's very aware that he's taking these peeks and showing the bomb. I think ideally he wanted to show the bomb to the guy who was mid, which I don't think happens. To suggest a mid to B and try and draw people out of position, but it is a pistol after all. Just got to land the headshots. Got some pre-fire. Oh my god, isn't it so satisfying? Buy the P250s on a pistol.
Yeah, that cannot happen with a Glock. And Fallen taking full advantage of the gun leaves Daps and Bentet in a tough retake here.
Fur's got all the sound cues in the world. His teammates are positioning for a double peek. They're lining up. Oh my god, it's just so dirty. It's so dirty.
Oh, I thought he got the first one. Yeah, I thought he got the first one too, but still finding the second in a way that a Glock just couldn't.
So good.
Man, MIBR, they had a nice game plan on that pistol there. 2 sets of utility, kind of just spreading out the defense thin for Gen.G. Even though they had only 3 players alive, they made it look so easy to get onto that A site.
Double scout for Gen.G in response. The full spies are here. Bentet will buy down as well. So some teams will... Oh god, some gets off to a cracking start. All right, no time to talk about anything. Fur has a solid flashbang from Taco. Daps gets executed. Sees Bentet jiggling now. Bentet trying to bait him into his teammates. Double peek from the car and close. Mayan swings, but he's ready for Bentet. That leaves the scouts remaining. A hopeful HE could do some more damage there. Automatic and no man's land, leaving Som alone.
Yeah, an ambitious reposition from Automatic there. Just leaving Som, and there's smokes up for MIBR, or they could place them if they so desire. And that should probably secure the bomb plant and the round. They'd have to... Thoughts from... interested to see what Daps decides to call, but this is going to be that Som shot. And
what? Wow. I didn't even see Gen.G.
He had maybe 1 frame of seeing him, and he was able to... Wow, that is some crazy muscle memory.
All I saw was empty.
Yeah, that was a... See if that's able to convert into some nice pistol shots here, because really they're going to have to find a lot of headshots. Gen.G, that is, if they want to do anything in this round.
Heading towards maximum loss bonus, of course. Gen.G smoke in mid, and they'll make their way up cat. No flashes, just bodies that must swing. That is quite the flashbang. Fallen won't be too blind, but it'll be a simple clean-up. Simple enough. There we go, on to the next one. Not much to say. It's an eco. The ecoing guys lost.
Yeah, so we'll finally see what the clash is on the map for the first gun round. Seems like it's tended to be long between these teams. A little bit of cat fighting, with the exception of MIBR weirdly swinging outdoors early on in that first half. But they don't have the best spawn, MIBR, that is, for long. So we'll see if they still decide to go for that, or are they going to go for a slower cat take? Nope, they're still going to force the issue towards long. And Gen.G is going to be there with supporting nades for their players. Fur just gets out, but the flashes took him a long time to die, but he still does fall by the hand of Bentet.
Oh no!
Doesn't seem to matter.
Rifles, 2 AWPs, of course. 2 Orbs, and Kusta doesn't have either of them. Well, at least, like, you know, if on the CT side defending B, fair enough. Kusta will be on long, so all is fine there. As much as I'd like to see him snipe. Got lurk smokes being put up by MIBR. 2-1-2 set up for Gen.G as they start to, as MIBR start to creep out double doors.
And Ben, I'm not sure sure if he's going to be aware of this, but now that he hears Gen.G's op shot, Taco, he's going to go for the swing. He saw the barrel from Bentet's gun. He's just going to take advantage of that. But there's still players from Gen.G in this B bomb site. Som and Daps are going to have to hold this. They've had trouble so far in this tournament. We'll see if they're able to lock it down. Daps doing good work on the Taco, just leaving Som.
Ooh, no transfer. So Kus is in a 1 versus 2. They know where he is. He's picked up a rifle and he's dead. Just like that, MIBR. 12-7 in a strong position on Dust 2. Again, they've got terrible statistics, but at some point those stats are going to change. And maybe this is the beginning. 4 rounds in a row on their T side. They've won both pistols as well. So they're in a pretty good position.
It was a really gutsy play from MIBR in that last round. Just kind of dry walking out mid with 2 of them. And it paid off. It really caught off Bentet. And now MIBR, they might have a chance to run away with this game here. If they're able to keep all their players alive, or at least 3 of them, they're going to start building that economy, basically going to secure, if they win this round, pretty much buys for the rest of this game.
This must be a nervous time now for Gen.G. Probably thought Dust 2 was going to be free, but it's anything but.
You just can't underestimate the MIBR players, even though they might not have had the particularly strongest game plan. We've seen a few kind of wonky setups and ideas coming out from them, but I mean, when Fur and Taco and Fallen are all playing and just hitting the shots that you know them to hit, it's really hard to break these defenses.
23 for 14 is Fur at present. Looking for 24 with a huge off angle outside long doors. Kusta trying to play the shadow advantage, but I don't think he'll get peeked anytime soon. There is a big rotation through T-Spawn actually while this is happening, so we'll see if Som is picked off. But in the meantime, there's a short push. Bentet is blind now permanently. There's Som on the flank. He's got a rifle to collect, but it's only Som and Daps now versus 4 of MIBR. Going for the safe plant. Sometimes called bad plant because it's the worst in terms of where you defend it from.
But it doesn't look like they're going to have to do too much defense here. Daps will probably look for 1 here. In fact, saving his armor and CZ wouldn't even be all too bad, but Som, he's just going to run away with that AK. He's happy to get that. MIBR, though, going to be up 13-7, and yeah, they kept 4 players alive. We can already see the money for them is really building up here, and man, it's going to be really tough. Gen.G are going to have to string a few rounds together in a row if they want to break this MIBR economy, given the result of this round.
CT side Dust 2 is pretty hard, but we have seen some miracles this week. See if Gen.G are able to turn their fortunes around. It's a great start for MIBR, a confident start. But they've got to finish in such a style, and that's not guaranteed. They have won every round thus far in this half, but doesn't mean it will continue that way. 2 AWPs coming out for Gen.G once again. Kusta will be given the AK-47, presumably the extra firepower to hold long alone, if that's where he'll go once again.
And they're going to trade the hands of the players with the op. Daps and Som seem like they're just kind of going between the 2 for who's going to hold it at B here. Mayern's going to get stopped at long, and Som, he's actually able to make that op work. Finds an opening pick onto Fallen, supported by the flash from Daps.
I was wondering, actually, all ping with high ping, it can't be a good thing. Much better. What do you think?
It's actually not as bad. I played normally with around 100 ping to central servers, and
do you think it'd be better off rifling though versus all ping, or which one do you think's more suitable?
Well, I had to kind of build my way into MDL by opping because the sprays on high ping are really hard to control.
Okay.
And when people are moving around as you're spraying, it's really hard to track people. I started liking rifling later, and but that's just because I built my first bullet accuracy. The spray is really hard with high ping. Opping, you just have to hit that 1 shot, and it's not actually that hard unless people are just air strafing around you. And
that ocean ping.
Yeah.
50 seconds. MIBR are reduced to 3. They have 1 smoke. But it looks like they want to try and get a pick first if they can. But nothing's being given for free in the mid position. Molly by the door. Some delay tactics from Gen.G. Now, they've got to be careful about that door because the CTs from A can look over that smoke if they head to CT spawn. Som is in maybe a 1 and done spot.
It's a tough position to get a multi-frag from, and he's just going to get instantly traded. So a tricky situation for Gen.G here still because even though it's a 3v2, they don't have any utility to work with. And Taco, he's still got a Molotov if he wants to place that on the bomb or just to isolate an angle. We'll see how this retake comes out.
They risk losing everything. Straight up peeks to try and retake the B bomb site. I feel like they're going to their doom. They don't have a kit. Oh no, Benta does have a kit actually. They're waiting. They're just hoping for a rotation here. But when it doesn't come in, surely they're going to get
Benta lagged out. I think Benta lagged out. Yeah. So they're going to... So Tim's going to have to try to recover this op. This is just such an unfortunate round for him to time out like this. It was going to be a hard retake anyways, but man, you really got to think, if he came in and just got that opening kill on Closet there, would that retake have happened? And
that's horrible.
Yeah, it's just one of the most important rounds of the game to lose your player like that. It's such a struggle. And regardless, though, good round from Taco. Once again, but this is going to be a tech pause coming out, it looks like, for the Gen.G side. They got to figure out what's going on with Bentet there.
PC froze, apparently.
Yeah, okay. All right, PC froze.
That sucks. We had a lot of blue screens on one day, which was unfortunate. But
there was a Windows update.
Yeah. Even my PC, I went to my PC and it had just frozen overnight despite being locked with nothing open. But there we go. That's Windows for you. 14-7 for MIBR. That's a difficult spot for Gen.G where they lost things that maybe they didn't need to. They will be... I mean, it sucks because MIBR are on 14 now, but I don't think they were winning that round most of the time. Anyway, that was a really hard prospect for a retake.
Yeah, I don't really like Gen.G's pick here because... I mean, it's easy to say this in hindsight now, seeing what's happening, but recalling the last time Gen.G played at Flashpoint, they had a really tough time on Dust 2, and Som and Daps in particular at that B bomb site, it feels like they just don't have the setups or strategy or wherewithal to know exactly how to respond to all the plays that come at them at times. You could see when Taco was anchoring B, just how good he was at actually just kind of playing around his teammates. And it was kind of, I think it was Gen.G's T side that probably propelled them to the last victory they had on it. But this CT side, it leaves a lot to be desired. You're not really seeing pushes and tunnels from Som and Daps. It seems like they usually want to play a more passive setup around the site, just kind of like both of them at corners of the bomb site, and they want to play some kind of crossfire off that. But one good flashbang is going to neutralize the guy in the tunnel side corner every time. So it's been really tough for them to try to put a really solid defense together. They even found some opening picks in the last round. It was a 5v3 as a matter of fact, and they still weren't able to close it out with just all three MIBR players coming up from the the middle side.
Looking at the head-to-heads, the only map Gen.G have beaten MIBR on is Dust 2 16-8, so perhaps they got some confidence there. The thing is, all the maps they lost, Inferno, Mirage, Vertigo, Train, they were all relatively close, 11-16 at worst, and 13-16 at best. So whatever success they found on Dust 2 previously versus MIBR, doesn't look like we're going to see that today. But hey, it's not too late. Once again, we've got the double AWPs out, Som and Automatics once more. So Daps will be on the MP9. He always takes the worst weapon if there is one to be had in a round for his team.
As he should. As he should.
Absolutely, yeah.
Especially with high ping here. MP9 is kind of crazy to be running around the corner with 100 ping. Automatic, though, he's going to be looking for an opening pick from his team. He hasn't been the loudest opper in the series just yet, and Taco is going to find him with a great angle there. Man, Automatic, I mean, he's great in the mid rounds and late rounds, but his opening pick potential has been weirdly quiet and just kind of poor so far from what I've seen this game.
Bentet has no help if there is a push. Fer, of course, is creeping. I just love Fer, man. I just love Fer as a player. He is fantastic. He just has no fear and just doesn't care. He's cleared blue. He's got a crab walk peek for Bentet as well, and down he goes. No one was in position, but Kusa's finally on the AWP. Love to see it. About damn time. He'll never hold it for long, though. Daps has been taken out elsewhere.
Oh!
Fallen's got a bomb. Kusa's just deleting everybody. He's being teased now. He knows there's a one behind him, but does Fallen risk trying to flank him with that bomb? He realizes probably not.
Wow.
He's got the information now. Som makes his way up cap, but he knows the bomb is towards long. You can see the communication on the radar. Som turns around. They know a player's on A, but the priority is Fallen with the AWP, and he realizes what's going on as well. Madcom's going on, and now Kusa's alone versus 2.
That's such an important duel that Fallen just won. Kusta, he's done such a great job to stabilize this round, but it's going to be a miracle if he wants to retake this, it looks like Fallen and Taco, they're trying to make sure they find out exactly where Kusta is. And wow, this flank from Kusta, this might actually work out for him if he peeks. No, Kusta, now he gives up his position. And Fallen, wow, he's been so fast. I mean, that was actually a really good jiggle from Kusta, all things considered, but what a recovery there from Gen.G, but still, it slips away at the end, just...
Desperate times, man.
Yeah.
There was so much going on with those few players remaining at the end of that round, but poor Kusta doesn't quite make it there. That's really unfortunate. Probably caught by surprise by that short plant.
Yeah, he did not see that coming, and now we're going to see the final buy potentially from Gen.G coming out, and it's not looking pretty. 3 MP9s, a scout from Automatic, and Som, he's got the only real automatic rifle in this round. MIBR, they might make this a quick affair on Gen.G's map pick here.
Automatic falling back. Oh boy, denial of information. Kusta trying to play aggressive on Cat with the MP9. He's got Bento behind him to drop a flashbang around the corner. They're currently mollied off. He's put a smoke down. In the meantime, MIBR could simply make plays towards the B-bomb side. A crouch pick from Ferber. Automatic takes his face off. He has support from Som holding the tunnel, but there's no push just yet. Plan B from MIBR. Kusta taken down in the smoke. Bento as well. Victimized Gen.G on all over the map, really.
Automatic, he's still trying to get his team back in this round. He's able to take down K&G, but it's going to be a long A plant, actually. I don't think MIBR cleared this out. That is a risky plan, I think. But Mayern, full confidence in his teammate covering him. Taco, though, such an important 1v1 against Som here. Who's going to come out on top? Taco is able to take him down.
There goes Tapping, Automatic. He gets instant traded. The numbers game too great. 16-7. MIBR win every single round in that second half. Absolutely monstrous from them. And that's the MIBR you want to see. They came into this with just some of the crappiest stats I've seen. 17%. That's awful. But now that has gone up ever so slightly. A strong game from them.
Yeah, crazy game from Fur, and I want to give a shout out to Taco. 22-9. That is a crazy kill death ratio, and he has had some majorly impactful rounds for them.
Indeed, he has. Plenty of plays on the B-bomb side, some of which I'm sure will be spoken about on the desk. They will see you after the break.
does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a
Answering back, though, taking down Fur, bringing it to a 3v3 situation. Oh, Song swinging off a cat and just swings everywhere. Seems like Taco's going to be the next up to battle, and... Ooh, he gets taken down as well.
Sideways, side of the face. Gen.G could go for a flank, but he can even head towards the B bomb site after blasting Kusta. He knows the bomb site is open for business. Bentet will be quickly on the way. 9 HP, but HP doesn't matter if you land a shot in the head. He's got the range with the USP as well. Gen.G trying to make his way into the apartments. Now, you can't just straight up hide in this corner. Like, if someone jumps on the van, then you're going to be in a really bad spot. Oh. Was that a burst fire as well?
The burst.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, 3 kills and a burst shot to close it. Gen.G really using the space that his teammates provided him there to the utmost effect. And I've really liked the pistols we've seen from MIBR so far. They have been
well, they've won every pistol. That helps.
Yeah, they've been really free-flowing too. It's not like a gimmick or just some crazy push in one direction. It's almost been like they've been doing gun round defaults, and they're just playing off of each other's comms, and it looks good. I like it.
Some on the Desert Eagle. That's with the flashbang. That's all there is to show for this round from Gen.G. Kusta be creeping, he's crab walking. That's a Jason Jalissa fantasies. Can't use the creek now. Plenty of targets. Some to be taken out. There's heavy damage here. And Bentet's got a back 10. This could get weird.
Yeah, it looks like, though, MIBR are going to be closing this out in just a second. Oh, wait, Daps, actually, he's able to take down Mare. But Gen.G, he's still here, and he's still holding strong. But I say that, and as soon as I do, Bentet is able to take down Gen.G finally. And a lot of damage being inflicted from the Gen.G side onto MIBR. Bentet, he throws the Krieg away, doesn't want that to reach the hands of the MIBR players in a following round.
I had water go down the wrong tube there. I was just collapsing while talking. Not physically collapsing, of course. Just the talking part was collapsing. Anyway.
Maybe collapsing like we've seen Gen.G thus far in the series.
Yeah, that was a good effort from Bentet.
Yeah.
Considering the investment, you can see Taco's like, where have the weapons gone? You telling me I've got to play with this slow-ass reload UMP? Smart play from Bentet.
Taco's really looking. He just looked in the trash for it. Maybe the place that the CS:GO developers will be throwing the Krieg eventually, but we'll see. We'll see. It's going to take a while. I mean, actually, it's already taken forever. I don't know. I don't really mind. I don't really mind if it's good, but maybe just a little more expensive or something.
$4,000.
Yeah. I'd be down for that. Just make it hurt. Make it hurt to buy it. But first gun round here coming out, and actually going to see a utility advantage for Gen.G. Marin has no nades at all, but it's going to be a mid-fight.
Big swing from Kusta. Still on AWP, and Gen.G will take him out with the Krieg. More accurate than the AK, even when you're not scoped in. For those of you at home who don't know how to smoke the window, second from top part of the aerial, that has sideways things, as you just saw there. Very easy to do. Practice it at home. I think he just saw some info. Oh, he's got to be real careful about what he's doing. That smoke allows his teammates to rotate through the door. If he can hold that bench position, he can look over it as well. Almost takes Mayan out with the bomb. That could get planted, but Bentet's creeping, takes out the cover, looking to find Mayan as well, just making it around the corner. And then there was one, falling on the high ground, takes Bentet out onto the bomb site itself, creeping around the smoke now, just about using that, at the end of that CT smoke. Does he know where both players are, or either of them? Automatic and Daps creeping, got to keep the guns out. Fallen will take Automatic out, 1v1 now. Daps has found the kit at the very least, but he's got to find this frag. Creeping quietly, Fallen doesn't really know where he is. Constantly looking for the information, too close to the choke point. which allows Daps to find the kill. Fallen just didn't have the information. Daps did well to keep quiet there. Eventually chose the wrong angle. Couldn't see his opponent. Gen.G will win a round.
Yeah, really close one at that. MIBR, I'm curious what they decide to do with their money here. I think the current meta would actually say you should probably buy here. It's almost like you're losing the pistol but getting a bomb plan down. You could actually get a couple Kriegs up here, and it looks like they might elect to do that, yeah. So we're going to see 2 Kriegs, an AK, and a pretty misshapen buy from MIBR, but it still has a lot of potential.
It's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, especially with Gen.G on 7 kills. He's got a Krieg in his hands. Who knows what he can do with it in this round. But it's going to be another pretty much mid-centric default from MIBR. Gen.G, it's been pretty 50-50 on their success rate towards this side of the map.
With only one Gen.G player surviving, this is a good opportunity for MIBR to put them into the bin. They'll be hoping to do that. I think Fur may have spotted somebody there. Now with all that teammates top mid, I thought maybe a molly would come in. Be hard to molly Cruz's position though. Gets a cheeky HE in, but Fallen has fallen away. Bomb goes from A to B. Now what is the play in MIBR? You've got to be really careful about the grenades you use.
Yeah.
Where is this one going?
Gen.G, they're still going to hold on to a couple smokes. But the thing is that it's going to likely be a B hit from MIBR, and the players from Gen.G at B don't really have too many nades, just a couple flashes and a nade for Sam and Ben.
Is that jungle?
I think it's a top con smoke. It's going to come out.
Ah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So this is going to disguise the play as potentially being an A split, but no, the jig is up. Sam spots him out, and a good crossfire between him and Ben Ted is already going to net 1 kill. Fur's going to get taken down as well. Good hold so far. And it keeps up. Sam's able to find another. He's looking for more with the USB. He might need to calm down a little bit there.
Yeah, he slowed things down for the reload, and he will survive. Nice movement from Gen.G on the B bomb site. They survived the test of MIBR and get some upgrades on the way as well. The Krieg, the AK, and another AK to boot. So that's a really good position from them now in the short term. That puts MIBR into Eco Town. $2,000 per person for the most part, which allows Gen.G to build yet more money.
You can see the comfort level from Sam is so much greater at the B side of Mirage than it was on Dust 2. On Dust 2, it felt like he was just trapped on the site, didn't know where to move, didn't know how to play off of his teammate, but him and Bentet are doing a great job thus far, showing that Gen.G, they're going to definitely have a little bit more life in this map than they did on Dust on D2.
Yeah, may feel more comfortable with a few more options around the bomb site. Dust 2, definitely something to be solved there for Gen.G, but it's gone now. It's in the past, it's history. They've got to focus on the now and win their opponent's pick. MIBR with a Desert Eagle on K&G. He has some extra money in the bank, it seems.
Yeah, this would be a great round, though, for Gen.G to stabilize their economy. MIBR, though, looks like they might be afforded a plant, actually. Gen.G are playing a retake-style setup on that A site, and if MIBR just come out ramp, it looks like they're set up to do. Despite that kill onto K&G, MIBR might be able to think in their favor just a little bit. And, oh, nice Glock shot from Mayer there, is able to take down Automatic. Mayer left in a 1v3, but just a couple kills for the MIBR side. They weren't able to get that bomb plant, which would have been pretty great for their utility, because it looks like they probably are going to be buying into this round, but yeah, you're going to see just kind of light util on a few of these players.
Curious to see what K&G's buy will look like, dropping the $700 in the previous round. So he's going to have a Krieg armor and at most 1 grenade, which he is not going to buy.
He doesn't buy it.
Fair enough.
Okay. Maybe he's got an entry roll here. Yeah, he's going to be flying out mid quickly. It's going to be Kusa to challenge him. K&G actually finds an angle onto the triple play.
Oh, no!
Oh, man. Automatic recovers just in time.
Oh, Kusa's in such a strong position, almost getting the transfer onto Mayan. That would have been the bomb as well. You can see he was considering hiding behind that smoke, but I think he had a quick concern as to what might have happened if he didn't get anything out of it. Ben now will delay things 2v2. And the CTs know where one of the Ts is. Might be a guessing game for MIBR in the meantime. Automatic though, maybe feeling awkward with an AWP stuck on the A bomb site now. He will try to creep somewhere. It will be the ramp. That bomb needs to be collected in mid. The CTs know that. It is a risk to try and, it's like a coin flip to try and take an aggressive position somewhere. Maybe hope the T isn't in that spot. Now he will scope on the ramp. He doesn't know if anybody's mid to hear that.
Yeah, this should give a lot of information at Daps, though. He should probably start moving towards B, trying to play at least a one and done, or a spot that he might be able to find a multi-frag. MIBR, yep, they have to retrieve this bomb. I'm interested to see where they decide to go with it eventually, because Tim, he has such a great position at that ramp. They are not going to likely expect his op to be posted up there, so he should be able to find one player off guard. It just depends how MIBR decide to trade that out.
They might fear a Palace position from a CT unless the timing is such that they will meet each other, and it looks like it is. Oh, grenades in the hands. They've spotted him, but where can they plant the bomb? They've got to go CT, but they have no idea if Daps is there. They're going to commit to the plant. What choice do they have with 10 seconds on the clock? And the bomb has indeed been planted. Daps looking. Oh dear, automatically being taken out. He had like 4 HP or something, so Daps has got a job ahead of him now. I'm not sure if he fired a bullet there.
I think
he's got 29 in the hole, yeah. So that may just give everything up now. I think this round is over.
Yeah, he's already opting for the save here. Kind of an interesting save. Looking at the economy for Gen.G, Kusta's going to be able to buy. Daps might be able to drop an SMG for a player. But it's a tough choice ahead of Gen.G here. Or might see a pause come out just to decide. But MIBR, yeah, they slow the round down. They do a good job of getting onto that bomb site. And Automatic, he just misses one of those shots that you really can't afford to in a situation like that. It seems so close. He even had the jump on them, but he just couldn't hit the flick.
Daps has picked up the 4 grenades. I wonder if he'll make an underpass play. Oh, they're going to buy around it, it seems. They've managed to squeeze out an AWP. Ideally, you wouldn't want to make an underpass play with 4 grenades. Indeed, he will head towards the A-bomb site as per usual.
A bit slower of a default coming out from MIBR. They aren't just going to be flying out towards mid. I think they're looking for some information here as to what Gen.G are doing, because they're not even sure what kind of buy that Gen.G are on either. So yeah, they're just biding their time, seeing what kind of utility comes out from Gen.G. They should also know that there isn't going to be much utility for Gen.G, so if they just kind of waste the clock, Gen.G, they'll likely just, you know, throw a couple smokes, couple flashes, use what they have, and that'll make whatever site hit MIBR inevitably go for a little bit stronger.
I said as per usual, but actually it's not. Nothing is usual in this round. Automatic's trying to make things happen with the AWP here towards that short position. Oh, the bomb's been thrown on the floor, and Kusta will hear that. He's close enough. And look at the reaction. Look at the response here. Gen.G know there are numbers now towards top mid, I think, based on this information. Suddenly we've got Automatic holding the angle as well. He's gone a little deeper, and he's got Bentek covering the underpass for him. Kusta peeking now with the pistol. He captures Gen.G. There's the bomb. Can he find a second one? Can he get more out of this? Bentek's activated as well, and they run into the bear trap, essentially. Just based on all this rotation, based on dropping the bomb top mid. That's why you throw it to players not on the floor. This has been a catastrophe from MIBR based on one sound. Another in a 2 versus 4.
Taco gets taken out by Som. Great timing peek from Som there. He heard the scope earlier in the round. And then Fallen is to fall. That was not... no pun intended, I didn't mean to do that.
I mean, you're not expecting Kusta to be there, in fairness, but the fact that he is there, so close. The bomb's top mid. Instant rotation. Automatic takes a deeper ankle. Bentek's here for support as well. MIBR can't expect that setup. They don't realize that they've given that information away.
Yeah, it was oddly slow on the trade there when Gen.G was taken out. It seems like quite a few P250 shots were fired from Kusta before anyone reacted from the MIBR side, but it happens sometimes. Good kill from Kusta, gotta give him credit. And now MIBR's money, it is not looking too good for them here. Taps taking a very aggressive angle along with Automatic here. This could go so wrong so fast if MIBR find an instant headshot onto Automatic here.
Yeah, Automatic's all over the place with the AWP. This is the first shot though. Daps just cannot respond in time. Couldn't even lift his crosshair up. Automatic, though, has managed to escape multiple targets. He's got cover for Palace at the very least from Bentek. Main taking that by Sandwich. Shotgun mode now. And there's, sorry, Kusta with the help. Maybe both. Bentek was by connector. At least Automatic survives. Only one weapon dropped. That is such a nervous time, though, when you have minimal cover. And T's are going to swarm you like that with the AWP, but he came out of it alive. Yeah,
Automatic taking a page out of Fallen's book there, just kind of playing that close shotgun op style like you mentioned. And we'll see now, though, how is MIBR going to come back into this game? They've given up quite a few, 5 of the last 6 to Gen.G. And Gen.G, they've been stabilizing here, so MIBR, they got to strike soon.
Hello, says Automatic. Daps has been taken out towards A though. Taco's creating some space for himself with the smoke, a vintage smoke. Mayan seems to have an idea as to what is going on here. Playing time. Bentet will be eliminated. Fer underneath the window could get a free one. There's a little bait there from the chair to invite Kusa to peek a little deeper. And suddenly it's a 4 versus 2. Som keeping things going well on that A bomb site. HG won't take out Mayan, who gets tagged. These are really going back and forth. Bomb heading into B-apps now.
Yeah, Gen.G, they gave up both of their positions. Som killing Taco at A and Automatic missing that shot at window. So MIBR, they're just hightailing it to this B side. Automatic's going to be tested. He finds a nice tag there on the Fer, but he's all by his lonesome. Actually, no, Som has rotated in. And now MIBR, they're going to change it up once again. Looks like they're going to hightail it towards A.
Footsteps are heard by Mayan. He knows where one is, but where is the other? Does he go for the flank to cut the numbers down? Looks like he might. Perhaps they'll assume Automatic's gone towards Cat with the AWP. Although they don't know which player it is in CT at present. Fallen's just waiting. There are 30 seconds for this play to be made. But Som is wondering, why is there no sun? Why is nothing going on? He's so smart for how young he is. It's crazy. Fallen now alone in the 1 versus 2. Quietly creeping. 20 seconds. Where can he plant the bomb? Indeed, Automatic is on Cat. The brazen default planter tagging from Som. Doesn't commit to it, but he will get the frag eventually. Som's game sense is pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, I think he had a pretty slow start here in this series, but he's come alive now. He's sitting on 11 kills, and man, he's been looking good on this map. Like you said, I mean, the game sense to realize that because the round is slowed down, he's likely being flanked by a player like Marin. That seemed like the round-winning flank from Marin. It looked like it was completely in MIBR's bag, and but Som was just too smart, and the crosshair placement too. That was an instant headshot on him.
Yeah.
That was really sharp stuff.
Very back and forth affair on Mirage. Bad start for Gen.G. But now things are looking a lot better.
Yeah, they have definitely recovered here. And MIBR, a lot of deagles in what seems to be an A exec coming out. This is a...
A with smokes. Internet strats.
Yeah. So, you could take this one to your MM games. It's going to be pretty much the standard A exec. Just going to see exactly how MIBR play out a strat as old as time.
In a punt though, someone's supposed to forget one of the smokes. And then you start arguing afterwards. Daps on fire, blind and dead in the shadow. That's a rifle to be collected immediately. A nice upgrade. There's often a gap between these two smokes. Benta holding things down. Open plant for the T's. We've got a flank though on T ramp, which is going to be super important. Although it would have been, but Kusa takes one in the face. Awkward now for Gen.G. They've got smokes, but they're getting the bells rung. Some with 14 HP. This is going to be very dicey.
Gen.G getting to the better of Bentet. Automatic is still able to find the trade, but with just a combined 31 HP between Som and Automatic, they definitely have to dip out of this one. Nice A exec call from MIBR. Good utility all over, and that made such a clean entry route for Fer there. He found the kill on Daps, who was under balcony. And MIBR, they're kind of stealing one away here with just a strat that I think every single person that has played Mirage a handful of times knows.
It's the only strat in there.
Yeah.
That's all I know is they were smokes. They don't know anything else. Not even window smoke. That's taken out there. Always nice to get the rifles. But the Deagles did the big damage, really.
Yeah.
Especially on that flank in T-spawn. That was a big one. That would have really compromised a lot of the positions MIBR could hold on the bomb site. So plenty of key frags for MIBR in that round. Now, Gen.G have the money to survive this mishap, this blip.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if this alters MIBR's game plan. They've been so mid-heavy in some of the previous rounds, but that just felt like such an easy A take. I wonder if they're going to go back to that in the coming rounds.
MIBR creeping towards B, looking for an early burst. Very aggressive smoke from Bentet. Now, do they risk sending a player through it?
Taco doesn't respect it at all.
Indeed, he doesn't. No respect
that is
whatsoever.
A sick call because both of those Gen.G players are at catwalk right now. They could just walk out and get this bomb site for free. In fact, they will. And that's just free space.
Oh, Bentet goes for the repeat, but it looks like Cat's in a very difficult position to be in at present. Automatic running away. Is the round over, or are they going to approach from elsewhere? Marcus is a no-go. 2 Molotovs there from MIBR. Looks like Gen.G have simply been outmaneuvered in this round.
Crazy call from MIBR there. Taco also just filling his role on the game plan there, getting so much space for his team, complete trust in what was likely Fallen's call. So that's just stealing one away.
The experience. The non-believers. This week it is the 4 years since MLG Columbus as well for the Brazilian history.
Wow, it's really been that long.
Yeah, it has, yeah. Gen.G's lead is slipping. MIBR on the catch-up. It's good that they held on to what they had. It's very much like a dust 2 rounds, which you don't see so often on Mirage, where it's like, oh, well, we've been outmaneuvered on the bomb site, got to give up the round. Even with 5 Alive, it was a question because they couldn't really peek cat. But Bente getting taken out was, I think, told them that, okay, we just got to give this one up. Just got to hold your hands up and say, cool. We made one play, you made another, and such is life. And oh my god, we've got a very fast B split. MIBR charging to B once again. Som has got so much to do. There is help coming from the market. Another bomb's been lost. The point of no return, and Som will send them packing or try to. Drag the flag. Traded by Fallen, though. Find my words again. Taco and Fallen remain. Taco creeping. Kusa can hear this. This is awkward for all concerned. But he's got the advantage. Here's the molly being thrown, and Taco's taken out. Fallen in the clutch now. That's from the off angle. Never mind the ping. He'll collect the grenades at the very least. Hold on to the Krieg. 7-5 for Gen.G.
Good hold from Som there. Got to give him a lot of credit because Bentet, he got taken out immediately, but Som was able to find that opening pick or that opening trade and then stay alive to find another as well. Good rotation from Kusta there. Gen.G, they just responded so quickly to that play. It felt like it was going to catch Gen.G off guard, but no, the really appropriate rotations and response from the CT side.
Both teams on the buy once more. Big presence from MIBR in mid. Smokes in window and cat. Kusta moves towards connector. That smoke will be really important. Sometimes you see T players creep through it. Not on this occasion, however. They'll quietly go for a boost. K&G could sit on the outside, but no, he'll walk straight onto the inside. MIBR are playing a real no-respect game with some of these forward pushes. Minute 20 and they have window possession. Kusa knows it's possible, but probable? Another question. Molly's underneath will give some confidence. Bente will have to hard check K&G's position. Can he stay proud? Can he finish off the job? Doesn't look like he can. Bente now baiting for Kusta. But there is a trade from the HE.
Yeah, good nade from Fallen there, and it looks like it's going to be an A pinch coming out. MIBR, their hand might be forced as K&G fell right there. And oh, I think Automatic might have spotted Fallen there just getting out of the smoke because he's on stairs right now. But this A defense is well set up for Gen.G, but Fallen's still going to find the first pick regardless.
Smoke on ramp's about to go as well, which activates Taco. He knows one is triple if the communication is good. Pull that grenade for a second, but the spray is there. And so is the round. MIBR make it to 6. They had so much position, so many plays in connector. Those smokes allowed them to creep, and then the numbers game was too great.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. Gen.G at one point had 3 people on that A bomb site, but just the trades went the way of MIBR, and Automatic missing a pretty crucial shot there on Taco. That could have kept the round alive for him and his team, but that miss was just a crucial in that MIBR were very happy to take.
Pistols now for Gen.G. They will look to fight for the last round. They'll fight for this one as well, but who knows how well it will go. Probably not too well. Again, Taco, look at this, man. They just don't care. Oh, he started shooting before his aim was there. And I don't know if any of those bullets hit. They didn't actually. That's always sucks.
That looked very panicked.
Because if you start spraying, I mean, who knows a full spray with a CZ? If you start spraying before you move your crosshair, by the time your crosshair's on there, your spray is so deep that all your bullets are lost basically at that point.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any sprays on the 10th to 12th bullet of the CZ actually pretty much ever connect unless they're point blank.
Yeah, it's all about the bursting. So that was somewhat panicked. An opportunity lost. That was a free kill. Probably wouldn't have amounted to much anyway, but there we go.
And I've been loving the calling from MIBR. It seems like they're just going to push one spot on the map every single round, and Gen.G have been left guessing every single time. One time it's B apartments, one time it's window with K&G. That round it was Taco with Palace, and Man, Gen.G, they just haven't been able to find a foothold in this map. They brought it to a 6-3 scoreline pretty early on, but man, MIBR, they crawled back into this one, and they've been pretty sneaky about it.
Gen.G with 2 in the window. Automatic will make his way towards Cat with the AWP. The swing is here, but he's completely blind. Not sure if he was spotted. Doesn't look like it necessarily. Gen.G charging up. Oh. He should have punished Kusta there for going through the smoke and connector, but no. Kusta is alive, and he will stay in connector for now. Some help from his teammates, and I think Fallen thought that was Kusta, and the bait works out, accidental or otherwise. The effect is the same.
Now the MIBR player's hand is all in just this A-ramp push. It's just a couple mollies as well. Even if they get control of these opening frags, it's going to be very hard for them to keep it. But oh, Taco with the double kill onto Bented and Kusta. That's going to open up a lot of space for them. Oh, but Automatic recovers it with that nice cap positioning with his op.
2 CTs at CT. If Ferg goes for a flank on CT here, I reckon he gets kills. 2 kills, sorry.
Seems like Som's already aware of it. This guy is...
It's always looking in the back.
Oh.
Did he see Daps there as well? Daps is running around with a scout. In the middle of the site now with his pistol out. Now he needs to swing on Automatic's shot here. You can see the bait being attempted. First got no grenades, and Automatic will secure that last round for Gen.G. Still have 8 rounds, 2-7 of MIBR. Are you happy if you're Gen.G right now with the score?
Yeah, I haven't really seen the best T-sides come out of them yet, so I'm going to have to wait to be impressed by them. I don't think they can be too comfortable with this just yet.
Will Maui Snake be impressed by Gen.G in the second half? Find out after the break.
Perfect 10, whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10.
blind spot, which I'm sure you guys will all tune into after this game.
Congrats to them. Commiserations to Smear. The timing just kind of sucked, I suppose. Gen.G are P250-less on the pistol, but they're going to be close quarters soon, it looks like, with smokes and a flash and some flashbangs. So on this occasion, that's okay. The flashes will allow their close quarters. They're playing contact. Here come the flashes over the top. They can charge at the same time. You can see MIBR are well positioned to avoid them and deliver themselves some headshots across 5 Gen.G and Taco. It's like, oh my god, that one tap was absolutely disgusting. And this has been shut down. Wow.
Didn't even look like one of those flashes from Gen.G did much of anything, and Taco reaped the rewards of some poorly placed utility from the Gen.G side. They had so much utility too. I think 2 people had full sets of utility, and that looked like it was easy pickings for the MIBR players. Great shots though from those B-side defenders. And yeah, this is going to be Gen.G now on the back foot. Daps with just a single flash. Probably going to just be seeing a palace pop here. And maybe trying to get a bomb plant down. Just get some money going.
Where's the lamppost? Nope, different one. There we go.
Top left of the lamppost, it seems. So the flood comes out, falling underneath. P250, you love to see that barred off. And clean shooting from the rest of his team as well.
It's the best gun in the game. Don't at me.
Price per punt, I mean, the punch you get for that price is definitely significant.
It's nasty. I like it as a sidearm for the sniper.
Yeah, I think it's really good for retaking. I mean, you're not afraid to entry when you have a P250, but when you pull out that USP, sometimes you just think it's kind of a wet noodle that you're just flailing around.
A wet noodle. Well, Fallen, his P250 play in the previous round has paid off. He's got the AWP out immediately. Priorities in the right place to still avoid the HGs on the ramp. There's an incendiary behind him as well. $600 right there. Mayan's gone deep. He's gone beyond. He's made a step though. And Kusa may try and punish him for it, but he'll fail. The French gun prevails.
Yeah, Kusa even heard that too. Mayan just still has a better aim in that duel, and that's a big loss for Gen.G. They've lost all control of this A side of the map. They don't know what's going on over there anymore. We can even see Mayan reaggress towards Palace on the radar. So Gen.G, their hand is now forced towards this B side. They don't want to have to deal with that. But automatically it's making quick work of K&G towards Catwalk.
Yeah, Taco has a lot of trouble now. There's no rotation anywhere close. Gets caught with a grenade in his hand. He was very hopeful that was a super bad spot for him, and this round may be over for MIBR. Fur is maybe looking to pick something up with the MP9 through the underpass. Someone did say we'll often find him in the underpass, and he's been there already. Can't imagine there's a retake, and MIBR have 2 players towards T-spawn. So they're saving for the most part. Fur, I'm sure, just wants an upgrade if an opportunity affords itself.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he's not going back to A ramp. Mayan upgraded his FAMAS to an AK, but maybe, you know, some players do actually like the MP9 over the FAMAS. It's actually surprisingly not a consensus decision.
Fur likes to be close to his enemy.
Yes.
I don't know if the FAMAS and Galil have been studied much since their recent upgrade.
Automatic living with 1 HP.
Oh,
cutting it close.
Mr. T. Yeah. He should have a gun called Mr. T, because his last name's Tar. So that would make sense.
Very alliterative, just kind of sequence there. Just Tim, Ta, Mr. T gun.
Double T. Also Terry Tate. Look up those videos on YouTube. They were good a few years ago. Double ops around this MP9 from MIBR. They've dropped their first round in this second half. They have won both pistols here, however. Pistol kings today. P50 paying off for sure. Run boost for automatic is not too much of anything, but Taco certainly does.
Taco getting the better of Ben Tet. Not usually the opening fight you'd see I think Ben Tet would lose, but yeah. Good opening pick again. Can MIBR convert their 5v4 advantage this time? Last time they got caught off guard by a quick B hit. But Gen.G, they're slowing their round down just a little bit more than last time.
Kista's waiting for his moment to shine. Daps with the only remaining smoke for Gen.G. Not showing anything in the connector just yet. Surely someone's got to be a victim here. They'll go for the jungle smoke. Do they have an angle for a flash? No. Fallen's instantly traded though. Kusa with a perfect swing. Mayan's on the ramp. He's seen the information now. He can stay crouched, allow his teammates to take position instead. There's a trade though. Good work from Mayan. Did what he could. rotation. He's given MIBR a man advantage again.
Yeah, now oh, good flash into spawn. Good teamwork between Automatic and Kusta, the former Cloud9 duo. And now it's a 2-on-2 retake. Fur and Taco. And Fur finds the headshot on Automatic just up to Kusta. He's gonna starve so far, but Taco is still able to find the kill onto him. MIBR stabilizing this half already.
Someone get on the bomb. Oh, they got kits.
Yeah,
It's all right.
they're just finding
scavenging. They're in PUBG mode.
Yep.
And they've alt-tabbed back into Counter-Strike.
I don't think he meant to drop that op, actually. Taco's even looking at it. Yep.
There we go. 10 rounds for MIBR. They'll take the 2 AWPs into the next round. The bomb plant will certainly help Gen.G. Sommer's a little short, but the rest of them can buy. Pentep's gone for the Krieg immediately.
Still a good chance in this round. Oh, going to be seeing a timeout from Gen.G here. It's a pretty pivotal round for them. So they got to be thinking about their strategy just a little bit here. It seems to me like B might be a little bit more vulnerable. Fallen's done a great job at A. Mayern as well. He's been really stepping up for them, finding frags all over. So
I love that rotation after the kill on the ramp going into Palace and so on. It's just like so much information for them.
Yeah, and he did it with low HP too. He has just great confidence. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of him. He was looking pretty shy in the early stages of this tournament, but lately he's come into his own.
It's a good environment as well for a young player to be amongst so much experience, especially with such varying styles. Fallen as a sniper, Fur as basically a madman, Taco as a safe pair of hands, and K&G as K&G. It's just like a good environment to just absorb so much wisdom. MIBR 3 rounds from 4 in this second half thus far. They lead Gen.G by 1-0, having taken Dust 2, as you can see in the top left of your HUD. The bomb now is on A ramp. 2 players towards A is very telling for Gen.G. They'll show some presence with 3 smokes in mid. Fur creeping up Cat.
Yeah, usually all these smokes would cause a lot of misdirection, but it seems like MIBR have read this pretty well. But this opening duel, I think Fur spotted him. So they are aware of Som's position and the fact that this is looking like it's going to be an A hit.
This allows an earlier rotation, actually.
Yeah.
Because the T's don't know that the CTs do know, and they've got most of the kills so far. Daps is swinging with the MAC-10, and Som just doesn't know. He's trying to hold rotation, but they're losing players. And I think Taco may be baiting as well. You can see the vent's not even broken, so he can't even flank. He's stuck there. They've only got 2 useful players. Som may be realizing still gets the frag. How does he do this stuff? 3-on-3 now. Gen.G still alive somehow, despite that information for MIBR. We are seeing more teams not break that vent every round, considering the how easy it is to jump up from the bench. Bomb needs to be planted. Daps will have a go. Will there be a shot? That looks on, but doesn't get as far as it needed to. They got 16 HP. Automatic taken out in the meantime.
Yeah, and K&G, he was isolated by a smoke. He couldn't stop that plant just yet, but he still plays a crucial role in this retake, which is left up to Som and Daps to defend. They only have a nade between them, but a good crossfire, and they can see the bomb from their positions pretty well. Daps holding it down with the Krieg is able to take down Fallen. And that's going to be it. MIBR are going to call it. They don't want to go for the 2v2. If they maybe had a smoke or something, perhaps they would have gone for it at this point. But nope, they're just going to be happy with these ops, but still a duel to be had in this round. Som holding Taco's position. Is able to find the kill.
Yeah, not much to do. Ooh, a rare package, AK, a man of taste. 10 rounds apiece. Gen.G making it real expensive for MIBR. Rough position for them now. They won AWP on K&G and not much else to offer. We'll see what they choose to do. If anything around this AWP, what kind of spawn does K&G have? He's got a good spawn for mid, actually.
Yeah, it's probably the best window spawn. I would be surprised if he didn't go for a cat jump or...
K&G. Let's have a look at K&G.
There's going out window right now. And, oh, he's just going to be jumping down middle, actually.
He's the man who needs to win the round for his team. Here, K&G.
It's going to be pretty much up to him unless some other MIBR players come up with some close-range shenanigans, given that most of them are on pistols. We do see Mayern equipped with that scout, though. And Gen.G, they're going to take their time with it. They already have top-mid control. A fight that should normally be favorable for them against MIBR's weaponry.
And we can see K&G's moved over towards the B bomb site now. Again, MIBR need him to find an opening. They need to take this bull by the horn, so to speak. through the vessel of the AWP, and his teammates need to stay alive in the meantime. It's a deep molly towards B, but there's nothing doing just there, so will he hang out in the B area? There's a lot of action towards mid, but a lot of numbers to trade as well, so maybe best avoided, but... Ooh.
Oh, that's the bomb. They just heard that.
And there's a swing first taken out, and we've got some great presence, and now there may already be time to save. Fallen's got a Krieg, though, but what does he want to do with it? Running towards T-ramp. This is awkward. They know where the AWP is, and it's not really in a position to do anything about the round itself, but he knows that Som is literally around that corner.
Bomb has been planted.
So he needs to quietly back away and try to save his AWP.
Yeah, it would be a good save. I think MIBR are going to buy into the next round anyways, but that extra money always helps down the line. You don't know where it can come in handy. Maybe just an extra deagle, extra flash. Can be the difference maker in some of these games. Fallen keeping his Krieg alive by fragging out Som there. And Gen.G are going to take the lead here, 11-10.
Are you feeling confident about a map win from either side just yet?
It really feels like it's anyone's game. If you look at the money, that pretty much this round is going to be so important. If any team begins to run away with it, it's going to start on this round.
Now, does Fallen by Kevlar with this Krieg. He's got a CZ as well, so he needs to drop one of these weapons to one of his teammates if they keep the money together.
Oh, he's going to give it to Marin, the young gun.
So Main could pick up some armor because Fallen wants AWP money, right? So
yeah,
I don't think he wants to be buying armor here. He can just run around as a CZ. So everything's in its right place in that regard. Gen.G spending some money, but again, the money's together with the team. I think he's got AWP regardless in the next round, so they can have another go with more weapons. They've got the Krieg to join the AWP this time rather than the Scout. And once again, Gen.G needs to find an opening, moving away from the window already. Taco's alone towards B, so I think Gen.G will have a go once again. This is a smoke for top connector. Most people line up the grenade with the aerial. You'll see that drop in a second. Oh, Main with a switch. Got 2 plays in mid, but he can't get anything done. And the rifle's been lost.
Yeah, great attempt from him, but he just wasn't able to connect the shots. Kusa was able to still survive there, but they are going to be heading towards the op of Gen.G. This might be a little bit hairy for Gen.G if they go in too deep. Taco does a lot of damage to Kusa. Gen.G's able to follow up, and it looks like that's going to be it for the op.
Oh no! The AWP going out first. How has he stayed alive? Should have been dead there. Now Fallen's alone with the CZ. He knows there was a rifle bottom connector, but is it still there? Or has it been disposed of? There we go. 1 versus 3. He's got an AWP in the next round regardless. Mayan's got 2,500, however. But I mean, he'll still be able to buy.
Yes.
The bomb hasn't been planted just yet. Let's see.
I think Fallen, maybe if he gets a free kill, he'd love that. Wants to still keep the economy of Gen.G honest. As per usual, you want to try to make sure that the winning team has 2 or less players alive when they do win, but he doesn't want to risk this Krieg. He knows how much damage it can do in the hands of Marin. He has been phenomenal. It's pretty much the only gun I've actually seen Marin have serious impact with at this entire tournament. He's had a lot of trouble finding his footing, but when he has a Krieg, I never know what to expect. So, might see that passed on again. And Fallen and Gen.G might go for the double op here. I'm just really interested to see what MIBR, what their game plan is going to be in this upcoming round. They haven't gotten the best control, it seems like, or when they have, it just seems like Gen.G has moved away from them pretty much perfectly. Daps, mid-round calling has been on point.
Tech pause is being called from MIBR. I was going to ask you, actually, before you said that, who would you give the Krieg to? Because I feel like there's an argument, a different argument for different players, like to help Taco on B, for example. You could give it to Fur because he's just a wild man, and that will just make him even more dangerous. But of course, there's an argument for Mayan to deliver with it as well.
I've even seen Fallen use it really well too. He's had it, I think in the first week of Flashpoint, he had a triple spray down on a nuke defense on a retake, and that was just super impressive. So I almost don't think there's a wrong answer to who to give it to. It might be even spawn-based to an extent, but yeah, it looks like
Mayan's reconnecting to the server.
Yeah.
So MIBR have become an underdog in the eyes of Pinnacle with the in-running odds. I think it was 2.37. 2 rounds away at the moment, but in terms of momentum, it's 4 from the last 5 for Gen.G. So they're doing pretty well. As you can see there, a solid 1.54 for Gen.G. So they are a firm favourite at present. So if you are on that MIBR train, then there is some value to be had.
Yeah, would you be confident in either of these bets right now?